Why Tren? The Cancerian with the vision. A hoodie in the bucket hat is often his decision. Why high? A king from Queens, you never disrespect. The wise OG, but what else would you expect? Why Dane? The flyest and the highest of them all. You need a perfect shot, he's the one that you should call. All three combined in a little of your time. Welcome to the show and let him ease your mind.
It doesn't matter when we are or where we are because we are.
Because we are.
Because we are better than
Because we are.
Because we are.
Because we are. Because we are. Because we are.
Because we all boys are back. Happy Pride once again. Yeah. Shout out to the gay niggas.
Shout out to them.
And shout out to us.
Sisters.
And the gay sisters. But yeah, the niggas, I mean niggas, like generally. Niggas is niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody. All that stuff. I don't care about everybody else. But shout out to us as well. Welcome to the Because We Are podcast. We are here to give you what you need. Gobbo_ is here with us today. Call.me.hod is here. Repping the Knicks hat with the deep V-neck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
there's something missing, man. Like I really feel like you need something to fill that space a little bit. If you wear a V-neck, you kind of gotta have something that fills up. Don't pull it up now. It's already too late. But like this, you need to have something that fills that space up. You know, like you gotta have a chain. You gotta get tatted or something. Like I feel like there's it feels like empty space. It's imbalanced for me right now, bro. And I know you're capable.
A couple years ago, it was just my chest. Like I had a decent, you know what I'm saying, like little cut here. So I used to rock the V-necks all the time, but I'm just not there anymore, unfortunately. So like I'm still learning. You know what I mean? I'm learning what my limits are. So yeah, either I'm gonna have to get like, cause I got this one, I probably need something here, or just get a herringbone chain or something, you know, a Cuban link, something that like fills up the space. Cause it definitely looks like I just woke up and decided to pod. As opposed to, this is a brand new shirt and it looks mad saggy. You know what I'm saying? Like this is
mad white, clean white tees. They still in. They never go out of style. But you know, if you ever want to get you a little chain, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta get you a Cuban. You're gonna get you a Cuban link. Feel me?
Well, the problem though is that like I'm a pretty like thick dude, right? And like I can't do but I can't do like thin chains
because you like 2 or 3 of them.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm stacking them or something like that. But like those super thin chains, thick niggas can't get away with them thin chains. So
yeah, I can. I'm fine. Like here's the thing. I think I'm cool with it. It looks good on me. But I don't like the bigger chains because it makes me look like a rapper. Like I don't want to be looking like, I don't want like the big ass like chains and shit like that. I don't want to be like, you know, giving off a vibe that I don't actually represent. You know, I feel like chains are kind of reserved for like the bigger, thicker chains are reserved for like different types of people that I'm not.
I think there's a happy medium. I think there's a way to like get a decent sized chain, and it doesn't always have to have like a medallion on it or something like that.
You're not talking about them like, thick chains, like the thick Cuban links, like right? Is that what you're talking about? You want to get?
Yeah, no, just I think it should be there's a certain like neck thickness, and then your chain has to be like comparable to your neck thickness. You know what I'm saying? Like having a thick ass neck and then a little skinny ass chain, you look like somebody's fucking poodle. You know what I'm saying? Like it has to be, you know what I'm saying? It has to be comparable. You know what I'm saying? Don't tuck it now. I wasn't talking about you.
No, sorry. Because when people say that they're not talking about you, like you gotta be talking about me. You never
this
really.
This is my experience. This is my lived experience, bro.
Yeah, but you know, you slick with that shit for real. You're like, yeah, no, I'm not talking about you, but I know that I received the message. You know what I'm saying? The hit dog will holler, and I'm hollering. But my name is Tren. I am here as well. And yeah, man, definitely check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/because we are podcast. That's where we'll be next week. So y'all better subscribe now, because that's where we're going to be next week. There'll be no public episode next week. We're going to be on Patreon, airing out our dirty, that's not really dirty laundry, our dirty past, with things that we have, like content-wise, what we've had in the past and things that we're not really rehashing. So if you want to see that, if you want to see us in general, because the video is all on there, subscribe to that Patreon, patreon.com/because we are podcast. But without further ado, let's get into it. How's y'all pride going? Y'all feeling gay today? What's going on, man?
Mad gay.
Mad gay? That's what's up.
Hella query.
Hella query.
I'm not feeling super gay, but
that's all right. You don't gotta be gay every day.
Yeah, that's definitely I want to feel gay. You know what I mean? Like I feel like feeling gay is like the goal ultimately. You know what I'm saying? But everybody can't reach their peak gay.
Yeah.
Daily, so
there's blockages for sure.
Yeah.
But I know you talked about the number system at one point too, like that you had with your family. Where you at today on a number system? How you feeling? Like,
I'm really at like a. Now I gotta remember what the fucking system was. I guess so 2, right? So like,
I think it was like 1 out of 5 or something. 5 being
1 out of 5.
Being
five
like, don't
being
fuck,
like,
don't talk to me.
Yeah, it's like I'm pretty much in crisis. You know what I mean? But so like 1 is like, nah, I'm totally good. Everything's cool. 2 is like I'm mildly annoyed. 3, so forth and so on. So
what's funny about that system is that if you're at a 5, you probably will never have to say you're at a 5 because everybody will know.
Yeah.
So it's like you're not gonna have to question it. I'm already at a 5. So yeah.
Don't ask.
That's
as
good.
a matter of fact.
Yeah, 2 is good though. I'm glad you with that. I'm at like a 3. I had a fiasco yesterday in my household where somebody was stealing my goddamn eggs. But it's dealt with now. You feel me?
In this economy?
Yeah. In this economy, somebody in this house thought that these shits was community eggs. So I'm
Say it louder.
Going down.
Let that nigga know.
I still don't know who it was, but it was dealt with. The host reimbursed me $50 for the eggs.
And then some.
And said he's gonna get me a mini fridge. Didn't get me a mini fridge, got me a whole ass fridge, like a big ass regulation fridge. So now it's just sitting in my corner. I got cold water now. Moved all my shit from downstairs to upstairs, and we lit, man. We lit. All I need is a little hot pan or something like that. I don't gotta leave this room if I don't want to, bro. I got everything in here.
That's good. That's good. So like it kind of, I guess it makes up for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I definitely wasn't expecting that though. This might be like my first like personal. No, I had an apartment, so I had like the first personal fridge, like that's brand ass new. It's kind of crazy. But other than that, I'm chilling, man. I'm at a good. What about you, Dane? Where you at? Like on a 1 to 5?
I think I'm at a 2.
It's good. It's good. Some low numbers. It's good.
Yeah.
You went to a event. I saw. Saw you
last
dressed up.
week.
You were dressing up
last
as
week we
nigga,
did,
man. Let me tell you, you got like a lot of costumes in your repertoire.
Put that shit on.
And I was thinking, how much longer can I do this before I'm too old for this shit?
Never. I got friends that still do this, the theme parties and stuff like that. That's what keeps you alive. It keeps you young. You know what I'm saying? Not young, but like
true.
Keeps you thinking. Like theme parties are fun. We need more fun stuff like that. But y'all look good, man. You and Leslie looked real good.
I do think there should be age appropriate themes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think once you get to a certain age, like stop dressing like Sora. You know what I mean? Like it's all right. Genuinely. You know what I'm saying? Like there's other characters, you know what I'm saying? And like different age range. At some point you gotta be General Ito. You know what I'm saying? Like it's fine. You gotta find where you at. You know what I'm saying? Like I like the cosplay. I like the, putting theme stuff on and all that. But like find someone in your lane. I remember for years I was planning on doing M'Baku, right, from Black Panther, just because like, look at me, you know what I'm saying? Like I could pull it off, So like, I know a lot of people will try to be as creative as they can and kind of just like do different stuff. It's not a problem with like race swapping. Obviously, don't do blackface. That's weird. But I think we should. I think we should like avoid size swapping or again, age swapping and shit like that.
Rolling.
Like
I'm not rolling. You said size swatching? Size swapping, yeah. I'm not rolling.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. There's some nice thick Spider Gwens that, you know what I'm saying, that I'm not too mad at. But at the same time, I do think like within the realm of your look and shape. It's about representation.
I feel like when you start like clocking it like that, though, you're limiting people to like, because now you're at the whims of representation in this media, right? If there's no like, so you said Spider-Gwen, so you're talking about fat white women. If there's like a fat white woman, who is she really cosplaying that's like an iconic character?
And to be fair, whenever I see these like fat Spider-Men, I'd like to imagine that they're just a different variant of the original Spider-Man. Like he's just fat Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Like,
I think that does matter.
That's what's great about these cons is that a lot of people, they're not just like, oh, I'm Naruto. Like, no, I'm Naruto if he was a crackhead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got him right by cons. Some of y'all motherfuckers is conning for sure. Like with some of these fits. Y'all are not getting it off like you think.
And some of what they selling.
Yeah, I think if you're going to a con,
Labubus are a big thing right now. They were trying to sell 3 boxes of Labubus for $1,100.
What are Labubus, man? I feel like I'm out of touch. What are Labubus, bro?
They're like modern day Kirby's. This is the
I don't know what that is. Oh,
explain it.
Labubu's a character?
It's like a little doll.
It's like a pot. Yeah, it's like a GoPro.
Not Kirby. Is it Herbie I'm thinking of? What's the fuzzy little thing they used to give in the fucking McDonald's meals?
Furby,
yeah. They're like modern day Furbies, but more expensive.
Yes, a plush toy.
Oh, okay. I ain't had no
I
idea what that
originated out
was.
of Japan or Korea, one of them.
Okay.
I think one of the singers from Blackpink, she was taking a photo with it, and it became super popular after
Japan
that.
is good at that
They
shit,
retail
man.
at like 20, and now people are reselling them for like anywhere from like 60 to 80 bucks.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't think my kid found it yet because her graduation is tomorrow.
She
hasn't asked me for any. Yeah.
You relieved, to be honest?
Because
Because how you be feeling about buying stuff for people that you know is just like, you ain't gonna care about this.
That's not gonna care about like trendy shit. My brain works the same way. Like I bought an axe like 2 weeks ago. I used it once.
An axe?
Axe.
Like to chop wood?
Yeah, to chop wood.
Did you buy it for chopping wood or did you buy it for the aesthetic?
I bought it for chopping wood. I chopped one piece of wood and I realized that shit is hard.
You know what's funny? It all kind of connects because on this pod, like a few pods ago, you were talking about getting into some more manly shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You killed it already.
That's it, Labubu?
That's the Labubu. That shit is ugly too, bro.
Do they have different names?
They have different colors. I forgot what color this was specifically.
They all just Labubu?
Leslie has 6.
Oh shit.
You can't hold that shit up for too long.
You done up, bro. You gonna be buying
You didn't notice.
Labubus.
Yeah, I didn't notice, but it was hanging from my mic all last episode.
Oh, I did see that. You know what? And
I didn't know what it was, so I definitely wasn't gonna notice anyway. But yeah,
I did see that. You put Easter eggs in your clips sometimes. You know what I mean? Like you had like I can't remember what it was, but there was a plushie like hanging out in the like left side corner on an episode at one point.
you giving Labubu a free ad? Come on, son.
It's crazy.
They didn't show. It's just this little ring that was. I don't think I ever like. Ooh.
Okay,
But we were talking about it, so.
all right. This episode was brought to you by Labubu.
Baby.
Go on Labubu.com.
Le
and
Bibis, and then she's into these fucking little schmeesky things.
he sounds mad when he talks about it.
Because now she's putting them all over my shit.
She's invading the man cave.
She's invading the man cave.
Damn, yo, that's where it starts. It starts with the little stuff, and then
She's been collecting these little trinkets. They're like little mystery box things. They're like, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, these 8, and then there's a chase, like a mystery character. And yeah, she's really into that now.
yeah, that's a very costly hobby. Collecting stuff is a very costly hobby.
I think those little things are like $12 each.
Yeah,
It
I
could be
remember.
worse though. She could be asking for Birkins, so for shit that I can't afford.
That's true. Do you think they ask though for stuff that's like affordable on purpose though? Do you think that like if we had Birkin money that they would be asking for Birkins?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, probably.
Your girl, believe this and hear me good. Your girl only asks for things that they think you can buy. They never ask for things that they don't think you can buy. They've already clocked it. The moment
The biggest pocket watches in all time.
yeah, their pocket watch is crazy, bro. The moment they think you've upped the level, everything else goes up. Trust me. Everything else goes up. You don't even gotta confirm. If they think you are, if they think you up, if you hit your parlay 2 weeks in a row, they're gonna start acting different.
You let them know?
I was about to say, do y'all tell y'all girls like if y'all get like
No.
a Christmas bonus or some shit like that, or like a bonus at work?
Oh, bonus, yeah. If I hit like a parlay, no.
Yo, shit. yo. What if it's a big parlay though?
Oh, then yeah. If it's like a
30
life changer
cash.
parlay, of course.
What if it's 30,000?
That's not really.
That's not life changing.
That's situation.
Yeah, but
changes.
you
It's not
gotta
like-
tell
Yeah,
her,
that's
though.
it's definitely situation. It's like, hey, we could move up out. We can
when
get
you-
afford a better apartment.
Why'd you get a Tesla? Like when'd you like why? What happened?
Yeah.
It definitely
I put
signs.
15 grand on this.
Vacations.
Yeah, that'd be
like that.
signs. What's your signs?
Cancer.
No. What are
We
your
don't do that here
signs
no
that you
more.
up?
Fuck y'all. We don't do that here. Nobody is crazy. Signs for what?
That you up? Like how would people know?
How would people?
What are the
Without
small
you saying.
signs?
Yeah.
There will be signs.
Definitely vacations. Not necessarily concerts. I try to go to concerts that I generally want to go to, regardless of where I am financially.
I hear
Most
you on
likely
that.
vacations. I'm
Mine
not
would
the type to buy frivolous stuff and then brag about it. It would probably just be like, ooh, vacations or like expensive like art pieces or posters or something, like stuff that I'm like really into.
But then you got to change your circle up because how are they going to know that you up if they don't even know what you buying? You feel me? Like, I think the vacation kind of works because it's like, oh, he's at a
People will
nice
see.
spot. Like the artwork is like, it could just be artwork, but
I'd
you don't
post
really.
it like, hey, like, oh, look what I got. And then, because like, I feel like artwork is like, it's not one of those things that's like super duper braggadocious, like, I'm in your face, look how artsy I am. Whereas like, if I just show everybody, or if I'm just like putting a fucking flash on a watch and just going like this, you know what I mean?
I'm definitely posting my views at every concert that I go to for sure. Because it's going to be.
But I feel like it depends where you're sitting. Where you're sitting at a concert will tell you more than just you being at a concert. Because you go to concerts. I mean, nigga, you've been to some of the most expensive concerts in the last couple of years.
That's true. That's true. But some of them are better than others, right? Some of them have better views. But
You
now
had pretty
it's
damn
going to
good
be the best
view for that Kendrick concert.
That's true. That's true. And if the IRS is listening, that's not true. But I feel like certain places, right, or certain like concert venues have the best places for people to be standing, or the best place for people to be sitting. Like I'm going in the box office. I'm going to sports games that I don't even give a fuck about. I'm waiting for them to look at me on the camera. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm waiting for them to like put my name in a highlight somewhere. If I get rich, honestly, I probably don't need to be like that much rich because I'll probably be evil, and that's not good. So I need to be nerfed, and this is a good nerf. It's like keeping me within my means.
Right.
That's self-awareness.
I think the main thing is like my creative output. When I'm broke, I can't create. So if y'all start seeing music dropping, I started a new YouTube channel. I'm streaming. Once
You quit his job.
Yeah. I'm up.
Nah, Unc, you doing it the opposite way. You got to do it where you be low on your funds. I mean, I guess if you broke, the only thing that you probably gonna be talking about is how hungry you are and you know how broke you might be, like Ray Vaughn did on his album. But like, I think that if you have that hustle, right, you got that, you literally hungry, you might come up with some cool shit. You know,
mostly yeah, but that's kind of my point. Like, it's not. It is the opposite for me. When I'm broke, I don't want nobody to see me. Like that's like I only want to be seen when I look and feel good about myself, and money will do that.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't know if I want to hear your raps if you got money because you don't have like braggadocio raps, which is like what things what people with money do. You talk about your experiences and like, you know, like, or, you know, scenarios that you kind of might exaggerate and stuff. And it sounds good, but they're not braggadocio raps. So I'm kind of like confused at how it's like, if you have the money, you know, why is that? Like, are we still going to be wanting to hear these experiences? Because like, that's not you no more, you know?
So I personally think that it's fine to tell stories about how life used to be, as opposed to like being day to day kind of like. I still would make the same kind of music because those experiences still drive me. It wouldn't be a thing where like now I'm up. I actually hate that. I think most rappers have this bad habit of like changing their sound completely once the sound that made them successful is successful. And it's like there's one way where it's like, okay, cool, you're like not growing as an artist, right? You want to talk about new experiences, but there's another thing that happens where like, honestly, you probably was broke because you ain't shit. Like a lot of people are not like are like not that good at things. You know what I'm saying? So like you being up is kind of like the worst thing that could have happened to everybody because the music is suffering and you a shitty fucking human being now. So like we niggas don't really want to follow you anymore. And I think there's a human aspect to that. Like people don't actually like when people are up. You know what I mean? Like they prefer to see you on the rise as opposed to like reaching the top of that mountain, because then it's just like only way to go there now is down, right? But I think there's a way to sustain.
Well, why do you think that? I mean, people like intimate type of concerts, right? Like Pusha T just released his tickets for the album that's coming out in a month, and all the venues are like smaller venues, like 3,000 people, you know, kind of like, you know, not big venues and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
And so it's obviously like more intimate types of spaces. And people obviously might like that more coming from like an artist like him, right?
Yeah, but I don't think I want to see Pusha T in like a super intimate setting. He's very intense.
So like, I don't be disrespectful. It's a Clips, not just Pusha T. Sorry.
Yeah, it's Clips. But like he's very intense. I don't know if have you seen the meme that was like Pusha T raps like he's hiding in your house and you don't know which room he's in?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know if I want to be like mad close to you when you telling me these dope stories. Like he does. I've seen
like Pusha T live before. He's good though. I seen him in Montclair. Didn't I tell y'all on this podcast? Yeah, I thought I said something else. I thought I said Walmart or something. Like I'm pretty sure I thought that I said that I saw him in like a Walmart parking lot or some shit like that. But I saw him in Montclair
buying all the Johnson & Johnson baby powder.
Yeah. He's cool though. It was a good concert, and that's probably why I probably won't go to this one, because I feel like it's gonna be a lot of similar stuff, you know, like in terms of. But I do think we should live react to that album, you know, when it comes out.
Yeah, me too.
I do think we should live react.
Speaking of smaller shows, what do you guys feel about? I'm not sure if you guys are in. This is white business, but All American Rejects, the band, as a show of rebellion to, you know, companies like Ticketmaster. They are, instead of doing big venues, they're just showing up to house parties and bowling alleys and doing shows like that for like the low for free, actually, from what I read.
I think that's smart.
I'm always down for people to find other ways to get music and creativity and like just entertainment to the people, other than just like the status quo of, oh, you're signed on, you got a phone or you got a computer, you buy the ticket, you come to the show, you leave. Like I'm all for people doing like pop-up shows and different like things that like keep people excited about this shit, so it's not so trivial and not so like, you know, financially.
We could book them for this pod.
I'm with it. I mean, I don't know if I'd like it. Do we have like are we obligated to like it? What have they made? Let me look them up.
All American Rejects. Did they make American Idiot? No, right?
No, that was Green Day.
That's a movie, yeah.
You thinking American Pie?
Dirty Little Secret.
Oh, they make Give You Hell. Is that the You Walk My Way? Let me give you hell. Is that them?
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're cool. I like them.
That's the one song though. That's like one song, and we're gonna have it perform, and then they're gonna perform other stuff. Like how many songs they perform for us?
For us, all we need is one. I think. I think if we get Gives You Hell, I think we'd be good.
So it's like a pop out, like a concert.
What's this? Dirty Little Secret. Oh yeah, we know Dirty Little Secret.
I know Dirty Little Secret. That's like rom-com type, you know, songs. I know that. So they pop out like
and Move Along.
And
Move
concert.
Along.
Oh, that's them? Yo, yeah, they gotta give me 3. They give me those 3, I'm good. They give me those 3, I'm good. That's like let's see. Dirty Little Secret's 3 minutes, Gives You Hell is
Yeah,
like
you get them for like 10 minutes. It's all
10
we need.
minutes, yeah, 10-minute set. Where they based that? We do
Somewhere in
have to
America.
review white music on this podcast too. So
Yeah, that's another thing. For sure.
about that time. God, got some things. But yeah, I'm always down for that. And I'm always down for people finding new ways to, branch out of their creativity. Because I feel like we got too comfortable with how everything is working. And then whenever people like drop albums but only put it on certain sites and stuff like that, I'm like, I'm all for it. If I actually like the artist, I'm gonna support. But for the most part, I'm all for everybody kind of branching out and finding new ways to get stuff to us. And I think we're probably gonna see a lot more of that, with the rise of, AI and stuff like that, like as it continues to kind of fuck people over with their careers and stuff. So
it's to the point now, but like trying to be an artist is fucking crazy. Like that's, you know what I'm saying? That's like if my kid came to me and was like, I want to be a rapper, I'll be like, shut your ass up and get on the pole, because
what?
Seriously, bro. Like you more of a hoe being a musician than you are.
You crazy,
like
man.
being
You're
on
one
the
of the
pole.
craziest dudes I ever met.
I'm serious. It's because, bro, there's no
Shut your ass up and get on the pole.
like this. There's no peace. T, you didn't see Sinners, but there was a line in Sinners where he was talking to the little cousin that could sing, and he says, I've met a lot of musicians in my life, I never met a happy one. Right. And it's like, yeah, you like dooming yourself, bro. Like there's a certain like terribleness. And like it's to the point where like the people don't even really fuck with you, right? They fuck with whatever moment you create. And then so all your fans are fake. And then like you have these moments like what All American Rejects is doing, where they're doing these very intimate things and like showing up at house parties, and that's dope. But that's fleeting too, because you can't get paid off of it. You know what I'm saying? There's like really no way to sustain yourself as a musician in the music industry anymore unless you're just being a hoe. And it's just like I don't think it's like something to seek out. If it's something that just drives you and you're just like keen on being a musician and like nothing else, then fine. But for the most part, it's not a good business model in no sense of the word. So like I would not advise anyone to be a musician or be an artist. It's kind of pointless at this point.
Well,
Get on the pole.
Which honestly, I don't know if getting on the pole is like the other option. There's probably other options, and getting on the pole is not easy. But I do want to shout out the sex workers. I know a sex worker that did a work day, and she gave all her money to the people that's protesting in LA. So I was like, oh, it's like a form
of change.
Form of activism. No.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like she made like $400 something in a day.
That's damn. Ooh, might not be that good.
But like, but $400 to like donation
For
is
sex
like
work?
Yeah,
exactly. For sex work, bro, that's like you supposed to wake up on that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Well, she posted it early in the day, so like probably like I think 10 o'clock, and then she posted the results of what she got at like 5. So 400 divided by like 7, like how much she made in an hour.
Okay, maybe. Yeah, for sure. That's different. 400 an hour is very different for 400 for 8 hours. Like that's
that's what I said.
$80?
She made 407
$80
hours.
an hour?
She didn't make 400 an hour. She made 407 hours. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Wait, what? So she made 407 hours.
Yeah.
Nah. She must use teeth or something. Because there's got to be, you know what I'm saying?
This is like in-person sex work, or this is like
in person,
OnlyFans?
strip club in the daytime.
Oh.
That's what. Come on, D.
I don't know what the
be
average
honest. I mean, come on.
I don't know what the average.
Bro.
I don't know what a good night is.
Well, that's a good day. Like I'm saying, she was in the day, like 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. day shift.
I'm saying I was making that at Red Lobster, bro. Like this is what I'm saying. Like you gotta, I don't. All right. Pop that shit,
It's a
bitch.
good cause. That's what I'm saying. My whole thing is that, but again, that probably emphasizes my point that getting up on the pole ain't the easiest thing either.
Yeah,
it's
no,
like,
you're right.
Yeah, it's like rapper daughter or stripper daughter. Like one probably is a little bit easier, I think.
You'd be surprised. Flowing on these beats. Have you heard Playboy Cardi's last album? That shit is not easy either.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like, this stripper. Like, I think the worst thing than becoming a stripper is then like being a stripper that fails. Like, it just not doing good at it. You know?
Yeah, that nobody wants.
Yeah,
You can't afford to be a stripper.
yeah. That must suck.
You gotta pay.
If that was your only dream,
Gotta pay to play.
Yeah.
Like, damn, I really wanted to suck dick for a living. And like
Bonnie Blue fucked it all up for everybody. I saw a tweet that said that people was like, "Yo, Bonnie Blue is fucking it all up for the rest of us."
I heard about that.
Yeah.
I didn't read the thing because I don't even know who Bonnie Blue is. But
I didn't know who it was either. But somebody said her name, and so I had to figure it out. Bonnie Blue is the
Madison,
woman.
your algorithm.
That's not my algorithm. It's somebody else's algorithm that fed me. They did it to me, so I need to relay it to y'all now. And not you'll probably see it now. But Bonnie Blue is the woman that slept with 1,000 dudes.
Yeah,
on camera. So,
shout out to her.
she everybody, all the sex workers are like, nah, she fucking it up for everybody.
I don't know. It's nothing. It's the only thing better than pussy is new pussy. So, like, just because one bitch like let it all hang out doesn't mean the next 30 bitches is off the market. You know what I'm saying?
I think they just meant it in a way that, like, sex work looks like a bunch of different things. And if you out here fucking 1,000 niggas, like, you're raising the bar up a little too high for everybody else.
Oh, okay. I see it.
Like, my little, like, toe picks ain't gonna do the same if you out here, giving it up quite literally 1,000 times.
Yeah.
So
I feel that.
I don't know what the equivalent of that is for dudes.
Will Chamberlain.
That's true. He fucked like 20,000 people, right, in his lifetime.
Yeah.
I don't believe it, but
You don't believe he actually did that?
no.
He a ball player, bro, and he was tall,
bro. They're denying Harriet Tubman is real. Niggas are never gonna believe that 100-point game shit. Like, or the whole.
I believe that before the fucking 100,000 women or what the fuck he said.
It's too late now. I think if it came out now, everybody would just think it's AI. It's AI. Yeah. And also, but where are these 20,000 women? Like, I feel like if that were actually true, there would be like a myriad of people being like, yeah, nah, I slept with him.
So, I actually have a thought about that though, because a lot of people, especially famous guys, they do sleep with a lot of women, right? There has to be so many
and dudes.
Yeah, and dudes, right? There has to be so many people just
you
like
sleep with
around
20,000 women. There's some dudes in there. I'm sorry.
for sure, accidentally or on purpose. But there has to be so many people that are just like teachers and like, you know what I'm saying, like 911 dispatchers that like fuck the shit out of MERS or like Mos Def in like 2001. Like it has to be, right? Like all those people don't just like disappear, right?
They still exist. Yeah.
I want to like what there should be more stories. There should be more stories out there about like yeah, I fucked Will Smith in like 1993, like right, and he was upset too because he had just lost the Image Award to Eddie Murphy. Like I want the stories, you know what I'm saying?
So that aggression was, he really might have been the best experience I've ever had.
That's what I'm saying. I want the stories.
My only thing is, given the era that this nigga played in, right? Not the most welcoming to his people.
Facts.
You don't sleep with 20,000 women and not get one charge.
Yeah, that's true.
As a black man.
That's fair. That actually makes a lot.
But when did he die?
Because him and Cosby was probably outside at the same time, right?
He died in like the 2000s, right?
Yeah, he died. He didn't last long.
Yeah, so that was before. Yeah, that was. Yeah, If he was still alive, he died at 63.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he lived.
So he was doing his fucking in like the, the 50s, 60s, 70s, all through that time. Yeah, they wasn't. They wasn't
gonna say nothing, but like by 2001, oh yeah, he was on the chopping block.
Yeah,
they just ain't they just ain't call his number yet.
Yeah. So good. Yeah,
as a matter of fact, didn't they just hit Smokey Robinson?
Yeah, they got Smokey.
Yeah, they going down the list. They going down the list.
Got
for
Smokey,
sure.
Bro. How do you even punish an old perv like that, man?
Yeah, man. Like, if you ain't think Smokey was freaked out, bro,
yeah,
that nigga had green eyes this whole time.
Yeah,
he had green eyes in the 1950s. He was into some shit.
You gotta assume at this point, like the drugs, like all the errors that you lived through. There's something in there. There's something on your jacket for sure. Tell me about your experience. Wait, actually, this is a good time to let's move that around. This is a good time to get into some of my no trending records representation. I want to give a shout out to Stevie Wonder showing out for the BET Awards.
He did show up.
Yeah, showed up, guided. Told a nice little funny joke. Talked about how he saw all the submissions and everything. It was
Said
funny.
he edited the footage. It took hours for him to edit the footage.
Yeah. That's why all the like? It's like, is he not? Is that the only thing we can joke about?
That's the
people joke about his hairdo and then his blindness, and that's the only thing. If you blind, that's the only thing that we can talk about. Honestly,
it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny that like he's so in on the joke now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Somebody said, Jamie, look at me. Yo, what is wrong with you, man? Like, this shit is just weird.
Yeah,
I like that he still went on a joke, but shout out to him. He definitely did a great job.
Yeah.
I think he presented Jamie Foxx with his Icon Award or whatever it was called.
Yeah, shout out to Jamie too, man. I think a lot of people like he was on there with Kai too, and just like I think it's like about time that he gets his flowers. Being that he had dealt with a health crisis, and we really didn't know what was gonna happen, but he really has like a really optimistic view on life, and he feels like he got like a second chance or third chance or something. So, shout out to him for real.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
Miss Talents. Still really talented. Still real funny. It was good to see him.
In that vein, though, my shout out to my artist Doechii again, wrapping up female rapper of the year, female artist of the year. It might have been female rapper. I can't even remember. Gave a dope speech towards the end there. Well, I guess towards
You're not
the
scared for her, yo?
It's like twofold. One is like, does this make the plant allegations better or worse? Because like you'd imagine that her saying that on that stage kind of like makes people think, oh, what if she was a controlled asset, she probably wouldn't be able to get away with this. But there are certain people that would say that if she's yeah, she did. But there's other people that would say that if she's controlled by the left, who are the ones who run the industry, that's exactly what she would have said. Except that last part about Gaza, right? So,
yeah,
I think she
only
did.
Rapper that said that on like a world stage, or like one of them,
right.
I've seen. I haven't seen that many people do that, especially after the year that she's had, and yeah, that's. I was scared for her. Like I was happy to see it, because obviously we love that people use their platforms for, important things. But I definitely was like, whew, like that's heavy. That's real heavy, especially because it's like
I
she
guess we'll see
really is
this
early
next year.
on. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, there's not too much.
I actually
backlash
expected
or
her
anything.
project to be at least being, talked about and like moved forward at this point. After Anxiety dropped, I thought it was going to be like a follow-up record after record. And I don't know, they're kind of taking their time, which I don't think is a bad thing. But yeah, we also are on a time crunch.
They threw on a Timeless remix though. That song's pretty hot right now.
I hated that remix.
A lot of people didn't like it. I didn't like her version of it. Honestly, I think they dropped like 3 different versions, like 3 different remixes at the same time, and I didn't like any one of them. The original's fine.
Yeah, the original's fine. That's not one that needed all of that for sure.
Yeah. And they put her in the front too. It would have been cool to have her like in the back of that remix, like she was. I think I didn't have a problem with it. I think she flowed pretty nicely. I've heard critiques that she pretty much was just doing Cardi's flow, and which isn't anything really.
She did
anything new, but I liked it. I'm not opposed to it, but maybe I just like the song "Timeless," So I can't tell if she added anything or not, but definitely shout out to your artist for sure, because she has a good time, and I'm not sure what's coming next from her. I hate the song "Anxiety." I'm not gonna lie.
I don't like the people that say they hate that song. I don't.
Shit coming for you today, T. Fuck your chains. Fuck your opinion on that song.
So you don't like that song? Well, I don't like people that don't like that song. So now what? Look where we at.
It's not because,
break it down. I don't like this. Can I tell you why I don't like the song?
Please.
I don't like the song. One, I don't like. It's the same way that I didn't like when Logic was doing that 1-800 song. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's kind of cashing in on a buzzword that everybody's kind of using to explain feelings that they might not understand about themselves yet. Yes, everybody has anxiety, but everything that you are dealing with might not be tied to that anxiety. And so it feels like this felt like almost like an anthem to all the people that might be using anxiety as a personality trait, or like a crutch for bigger problems that they're not addressing. And
so you don't like,
and I also don't like the sample of it as well. I don't like the sounding. I really didn't care about Somebody That I Used to Know, that song in general. So the sample doesn't really appeal to me either. But yeah, singing about anxiety, it just I didn't like that either. There's nothing about that song that I like. But give it to me. Why is that a problem for you?
Because you could not escape Somebody That I Used to Know when it came out. You cannot escape that song. Everybody loved that song. I can name someone that said, "Oh yeah, that Gaultier song." Everyone that realized the video won fucking video music, like it won all of these awards. All she did was sample a popular record and spit dope bars over it and made a really quick like freestyled hook. That hook was not like it's one take. It was not like well thought out. It was just not funny, but it was just like a creative thing based on what she was rapping about. And people are making it seem like this was like a fucking major record that the labels push. People like that song because it was probably one of the first songs that they heard from Doechii. So her putting it out is like a street mix. It's like a street record to me. It's like to get the streets hot. It's not her lead single for her album. And people are talking about it like, because I've only heard, I hate that song. Did you hate the same song when it came out 10 years ago?
I didn't like that song either, really.
There's
How
no
many times
evidence
do you put that song on streaming? Y'all look up that song to listen to?
There's no evidence that people did not like that song. But now that Doechii's on it, everyone hates that song.
Oh, so you think that it's like a Doechii thing? You think that people just don't like Doechii and that's why they don't like the song?
Exactly.
Okay. Well, I can tell you that's not true because I like Doechii. For my reasoning, I didn't like the original sample of it, and I'm not a no.
Because I don't think she does that song if that beat is not pop. It was damn near freestyle.
I'm kind of calling you out a little bit because I don't like because you don't like certain singles, like singles that were everywhere that were really hot. Like Lupe Fiasco's probably like second or third biggest song, Superstar. You said you hated that shit.
I hate that song.
I love that song. See, that song I love. And that's like probably one of his biggest, like, probably third or fourth biggest song for him. And so, like, and that's a single, right?
Yeah.
And this probably, if Doechii drops her project, this will probably be the single off of it.
But wouldn't you say that the music that Doechii makes is more in line with the anxiety song than the music that Lupe makes is in line with that Superstar song?
That's fair, but
so that's kind of my thing. The thing that like it's Doechii. That song is very Doechii, and like it's a pop record that everyone loved that got Doechified, and now nobody likes it. So what don't you like? It sounds like you don't like the Doechii part. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the math that's happening in my head.
I think Doechii has so many different parts of her that she's kind of dropped. She's dropped a bunch of different types of sounds, and like during her, even before she like really popped off, she's had a bunch of different things that she's tried and have succeeded at, and sometimes she falls on her face. And so I think the parts of Doechii that I like and I enjoy were not on this. We're not on this song.
Cool.
And that's what I'm saying. Like I don't think I don't hate Doechii. I hate this song. And I hate that she's doing, like, I would hate if anybody did this, to be honest with you. Like, I don't care if Kendrick hop on the remix. This song is terrible to me. I don't, like, the way that you're, like, talking about you couldn't escape that song back in the day, I feel like I don't want to hear that. I want to escape this. You know? Why would, I'm shocked at you. I know you like Doechii, but I'm really shocked that a song that you're like, yeah, nah, you couldn't escape that shit. That you're like, nah, I like this now. It's like it almost feels like it's haunting us again. If you couldn't escape it and it comes back, I'm not.
I thought it was a good novel song 10 years ago when it dropped, and I thought it was a cool freestyle that Doechii did over it. And I think
so. Maybe it won't be the single.
Associating that song with Doechii is kind of like missing the point. Like Lil Wayne did a bunch of freestyles, but no one says, "Oh, I hate what Wayne did to Ice Cream Paint Job." It's this to me, it's the exact same thing. It's like Lil Wayne used to take these beats that people liked and did the Lil Wayne thing on them. And like, as long as it was Lil Wayne on these dope beats, then that's all that mattered. And I kind of feel like that's what Doechii did.
I agree with you, Hod. I mean, there's obviously a fatigue of Doechii going on right now, and there's definitely like a Twitter thing at least where it's like she's a plant, she's a plant, she's a plant. And as soon as Twitter finds a narrative that they feel like they can run with, they're going to run with it tenfold, and to the point where the media is talking about it and it's the point of conversation. And I don't think that's necessarily the case. I don't believe she's a plant. I believe any award that she wins, she deserves to win. I believe any spotlight that she gets right now, she deserves to get. It happens all the time. You know what I'm saying? We saw it with Ice Spice. When we saw it with Cardi B, years ago, and we saw it literally for a decade long with just Nicki. When you are the hot girl on the block, you're going to be put on that pedestal, and they are going to give you all the things that come with that. Especially if you're that in rap, in this rap lane specifically, like they are going to give you all the features. They're going to give you all the sample clearances. You're going to get all the awards, all the performances, the best seats in the house. Everything. I feel like that just comes with the territory of being the hottest female rapper.
That's fair. And I feel like maybe I don't think that's a thing that's just tailored for rap though, because I think the pop girlies go through it too. Like I know there's not really many.
I feel like I only say rap because I feel like there's only ever so many of those women put in a spotlight at one time. Yeah. Whereas, we'll see Sabrina Carpenter over here, Olivia Rodrigo over there, you know what I'm saying? We'll see more. But for rap, it's like we're going to spotlight this one artist right here, right now. We saw for a few months last year with Glorilla before Doechii really started to take off with the album. It was Glorilla, you know what I'm saying? And then before that, Ice Spice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we saw that with Meg. And they choose one to put up there, and then the others are kind of just like a little slight. Now they're a few rows back in the Joe Budden seats.
Yeah.
The other one.
Right. I think somebody said that they gave that same point recently. I think they were talking about actors. I forgot who said it, but somebody has said recently it's like a similar thing about they choose one, they bring them up, and they give them everything, and then things come crashing down, and they just pick the next person and just kind of keep them. They never really try to keep more than one person hot at the same time. But yeah, I guess that's kind of true. But shout out to Doechii still. Like I said, I'm still a Doechii fan, but something's gonna miss for me for sure.
Yeah. But while we're on the BET and while we're talking about our labels, I mean, I'd be remiss not to talk about mine. I had a pretty hot night. Of course, we all know, along with Stevie Wonder, Snoop was honored with the same. I found it weird how they gave away 4 of those legacy awards.
I feel like
usually they only do like one or two, and they give them like separate names.
BET was this like a 25th year of the BET Awards or something
I
like
guess
that.
it was like a big deal.
Like
Mariah Carey come out, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, they probably were like, "Yo, we got to do it big for this." Kevin Hart was the host. You feel me? So like,
I didn't hate the show either. From what I didn't watch it live, but from everything that I've seen, I didn't not like a lot of stuff. Some of the performance, like Snoop was on for 8 minutes. That's kind of crazy. I was a little surprised at how long some of the performances were and how long the show ran. But I guess when you're trying to jam so much stuff, Stevie Wonder was apparently up there for a minute giving a long ass speech. So I'm not surprised.
Long ass speech. Fuck you, nigga. Don't talk about my artists like that. Snoop was on there longer than the Trump shit, man. 8 minutes. That's it, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, we had Snoop, and then of course Kendrick Lamar coming home with 5. Count them 5 different awards. What was it for? Video of the Year, Collaboration, Album of the Year, Male Hip Hop Artist, and Video Director of the Year. Then along with that, along with GNX winning Album of the Year, by proxy, Jack Antonoff also wins a BET Award.
Yeah, facts.
So hey, I got 3 winners. It was a good night for GSC.
Word up, man.
Yeah,
Probably,
no, that's
okay.
true.
You got that. We'll give you that. Good things happening though. You know, my man's it's rumored that he got an album coming. You know, my fall off drop. You know, I still got Drake on my label. Iceman coming. I feel like that's a weird
Stream with Kai coming.
Streamer Kai coming. You know, canceled for now.
Yeah.
But I feel like you got to read the room a little bit. If you're Drake, do you change the name of your album because of everything? Like, I don't know if you want to call yourself
What was it supposed to be?
Iceman.
Iceman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's dope.
Yeah.
That's a dope title.
Are you sure?
Why? Because he cold?
No.
Nah, there's a lot of stuff going on with Ice right now.
Yeah, think of a little bit, you know.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I guess that's not a great thing. But I think he was going for the Bobby Drake thing, right?
Who?
Isn't that the name of the character?
I have no idea. I don't know who.
Yeah, Bobby
The real
Drake is the...
Iceman?
I don't get the reference, unfortunately.
Bobby Drake is Iceman. He's the character from X-Men.
Oh, that's his real name? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, now he's a comic book nigga, huh?
Jumping to the next wave, the nerdy people, you know?
Yeah, you know it. Robert Drake, Earth 616 is Iceman.
Hey, well, listen, I'm sure we'll listen to it. I'm sure when things happen, we'll try to figure out what's...
He's such a fucking bitch. Just no feelings. My heart is on ice. You know, there's an ice box where my heart used to be. Shut up, nigga.
That's somebody
God
else's
damn.
bar. So by proxy, you call it Omarion a bitch.
No. Omarion is...
Well, Omarion is on stage with fucking Lil Fizz again, so...
Shout out Omarion. Shout out B2K.
And Nick
fuck
Cannon.
it. Let's just do the BET Awards thing now. The BET Awards was Sunday night. Was it Sunday night or Saturday night? Saturday night, actually. Right?
I think so.
I don't know. I don't recall.
So, 25th anniversary of the BET Awards. They opened up the checkbook. They went all out. They had a full set that was, as you guys already mentioned, Stevie Wonder's out there. Kevin Hart hosted. Jamie Foxx gets an award. Mariah Carey, Snoop Dogg, Kirk Franklin. All of these
Homeboy
legendary...
from what's his name was there too. Homeboy from Sinners, the movie, right?
Yeah. So Miles Caton was he did the Quincy Jones tribute during the In Memoriam. Incredible voice. That wasn't the right segment for him, but it was still an incredible thing to see him up there. But the beginning of the show let you know that BET was on some bullshit that night, because they did the 106 in Park set and like tribute segment. They bring out Tigger, they bring out Terrence J, they bring out Roxy, Keisha Shantae, they bring out Free. A couple people was missing, no AJ, no Jaleesa, but most of the rest of the hosts were there. And then they had performances by basically the my generation's superstars. You had
Bow Wow was there.
You had Bow Wow. You had Ashanti. You had Maya looking like she did not age. You had A-Marie looking like she did not age. There was just and then they end the segment with the Boys of the Millennium reunion that we thought we wasn't going to see. Because B2K probably had good reasons to not talk to one another ever again. But nothing says we're still friends like money. And they decided to collectively get this bag together.
Mariana had a hit in a minute.
But you know what? Weird choice of song, being that Bump 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 was written by R. Kelly and featured Puff Daddy. Just a
and
very
they were rapping his
strange
parts,
choice.
weren't they?
Yeah, J Boog and I think J Boog. Lil Fizz rapped the Diddy parts,
which was even crazier.
And
what else were they gonna do, man? Those are their biggest songs. What else were they gonna do?
They could have done. They could have done. They could have went
now.
straight.
No,
I'm a Marion. I'm a Scorpio. They could have did What a Girl Wants. They had.
Could have brought out a watermelon.
And he steals the show. Nah, man. They had to do.
Yeah,
the
they
hits,
weren't
man.
going. Yeah, they weren't gonna let it.
They had to do the hits, man. The niggas already locked up. What are what are they gonna do? Perform your biggest songs and get.
And it's not like they're like, hey, this one was written by R. Kelly. Exactly. What a girl wants. What a girl need.
They didn't have like a nigga, a bald headed brown skinned nigga with a jumper on, just like like pretending to be R. Kelly in the crowd and shit like that.
R. Kelly,
No, they didn't do all that. But still, it was a dope performance. Those guys can still dance. They can still sing. They can still put on a show. Bow Wow was an incredible performer. Always has been.
You'd be sleeping on Bow Wow, bro.
Yeah, nah. Listen, man. I was alive for that. Bow Wow's a year older than me, and I remember when Bounce With Me came out. When he was 11, I was 10, and I fucking love that song.
Can we stay on that real quick about Bow Wow and the way that he was able to because I think about who his target audience was. Like I had girl cousins, and I know they loved Bow Wow, and I'm like, I didn't like Bow Wow too much. Like I liked certain songs, but I was almost damn, do I like Bow Wow because the girls like Bow Wow and I like girls? Like did that how did that?
If you was a boy, you hated Bow Wow.
You wanted to be like cool like him because he was your age.
Yeah, it was jealous. Yeah, it was jealousy. You had to hate on Bow Wow for sure.
Yeah, I can only imagine how they felt when the
were y'all Bow Wow or Romeo guys?
Bow Wow.
Who the fuck is a Romeo guy? There's no such thing as a Romeo guy any more than they're Brooklyn Nets fans. There's just not a large enough contingency for that. Like you couldn't make a small high school full of Lil Romeo fans. You couldn't.
I can only imagine how they felt when New Edition or Bobby Brown and them was like mad young, singing with them like young voices. I can only imagine I actually talked to my mom about that. They liked New Edition, but they thought that they were ugly. Which is just like that sucks.
That's
actually.
fucked up. Yeah. He's like, nah, they cool. They could sing. Little niggas is ugly. They've been ugly.
But what about Jodeci?
Also ugly, except the two light skinned niggas, except the one light skinned nigga. Actually, Daz. No, not Daz.
Who the dark skin dude? Nah.
Bitches did not like JoJo or KC.
You serious?
They did not. They did not, bro.
I don't know, bro. Not. The way that they got him in the front in these music videos, I think that's that's probably it seems.
I can't call my auntie.
Call her, ask her who the hottest person in Jodeci is.
All right. Let's do this. All right, which aunt? Because Jodeci is 91, 92. So she would have had to been 18, 19. So now she'd be in
perfect age.
50s, right?
Who had you throbbing?
Nigga, that's not how I'm framing that question. Not how I'm framing that question.
If you was a real nigga, you would. It's honest, man. Yo, we older now, bro. We could talk to our family about regular shit. You know?
So my one aunt, I can't call her because she's had health issues the last few months. So I'm gonna let
you don't want to get her heart racing.
Yeah,
talking about some of these niggas.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Well, if they ugly, then it shouldn't be an issue, right? I thought you were standing on business.
You're right. I'm looking through my phone like who else can I call? Do I have another one that I can call?
While you do that, I'm gonna keep giving Bow Wow his flowers because in that sense, he was young when we were young. He was cool. We wanted to be cool. It almost felt like, how can I compete with this man? He seems to have it all. He's rapping about all this stuff, rapping about being cute and doing all these things, and I'm just a regular dude doing homework. Bow Wow don't do no homework.
Facts.
So growing up, I definitely had but then he started getting more as we started aging and maturing, things started being more cute. When Like You came out, when all that stuff was out.
Yeah.
My God.
When Like Mike came out?
When Like Mike.
No, he was him for sure. Yeah. The one, and he also had different hair eras too, right? Because he had he had the curls. Then he went the waves, you know what I'm saying? He had the braid. Obviously, he started with the braids. He also, that was the other thing that you had to hate on, the versatility of the nigga's hair. You know what I mean? It was so many things. It's funny because a lot of the girls will tell you now, the type of guys that they into now, they don't look anything like the guys that they were into back then. You know what I'm saying? The pretty boy shit is damn near completely dead. You know what I'm saying? They're not
the people on them posters. Who are women hanging up in their room now? What are the poster boys?
Fucking
Giveon? Who is it?
Yeah, exactly.
It's probably the BTS niggas. It's probably the K-pop dudes. And
it's probably
the
K-pop dudes. Yeah.
Are there any R&B stars that they're into?
American? No.
Yeah, nah. Cause you're not you might fuck with You might fuck with Leon Thomas, but you're not posting that on your wall. You know what I'm saying? You're not posting that on your wall.
There's not many male artists that sell sex appeal visually. There's obviously a lot of them make sexual music, but a lot of them aren't, doing videos like Genuine and shit like that. And if they are, they're not lit.
Yeah, your looks ain't getting it done. Too. Your music is though.
I do.
Trey Songz was the last one, right? I mean, Trey Songz was probably the last
successful
wall-worthy.
And we see what happened with him. So
yeah.
No, I'm with you on that. I miss that era of where you kind of had to be fine to be a superstar. You know what I'm saying? That was definitely part of the conversation. But literally, if you
gotta be careful being a horny nigga nowadays.
If you too fine, bitches don't like you. And they will tell you if you too fine. The bitches don't like you. You know what I'm finding though? The one that the girls are into now are the studs, bro. I
was really hoping that this day wouldn't come.
Happy Pride, but Queen
studs bagging everybody out here, and Drewski fucking made it worse. We're gonna get to him later about the BT Wars and shit because I have a question for y'all, but man,
bro, my wife is following Queen. Makes great music. She has a great record called Worst Behavior, and then she has another record called Tell Me What You Want or something like that. She makes great music, and my wife listens to her incessantly, right? And I told and you could tell when your girl is into the video, right?
You're an artist, so it probably hurts even more.
It don't hurt. It just is what it is. But what the thing I told her is if that was a man, you would not find him attractive.
Niggas
start
hating.
I had to for one.
They go with a defensive stance.
Yeah.
Very true.
If I did that,
very true. Yeah, if I did that, shit wouldn't be cute. You know what I'm saying?
because you do it. It's cool when they do it.
Yeah, but it's crazy. Women will absolutely let other women get away with shit that they would never let you. Have y'all seen the I'm no better than a man posts and stuff like that? Women can say the most vile shit to each other, and it's cute. Niggas can
smacking each other's ass, doing a whole bunch of corny things. Yes,
men can never get a lot of that shit off, bro.
Unless you
I don't know. I'm not like it.
Yeah, I can't be smacking another man's ass and the niggas not looking at me sideways.
Yeah.
Wait, so you think studs are more are winning more than the bisexual niggas? Because I think bisexual niggas also.
are also on the list for sure.
Are
For
also
sure.
like high up on the list of
Yeah.
like favorables
The
by
Destin
everybody.
Conrads and the
Destin Conrad is getting it done
He's
everywhere.
taking your bitch and not even wanting her.
Yeah,
For sure.
it's an issue.
Absolutely.
It's an issue.
I think it's a safety thing mostly. But like we can have that conversation.
Who feels
too.
safe? I don't feel safe. if I was in a room with Destin, I wouldn't feel safe.
What?
Yeah, I wouldn't feel. Who's the
Should
safety
he?
for?
I'm just I don't know.
I'm just saying.
I think
like,
women are comfortable with like those types of harboring those types of feelings for people that can't like overpower them physically or like just like that aren't violent threats to their safety. You know what I'm saying? So like they'll take it from another woman or they'll take it from a guy who's like not really into women, but they will not take it from a heterosexual man. Absolutely not. You are a fucking creep if you damn girl, you wearing that shit. You know what I'm saying? You try to get one of them off, bro.
it's like, oh,
Police at your motherfucking door. Hell,
of course,
police
you think that
immediately.
Yeah. It's
You know what I'm saying?
containment, right? I feel like it might come from a more honest place if you're also fucking dudes,
Yeah, but I kind of don't believe that. I think it's manipulative. Like, if you don't want to fuck her, bro, don't tell her like, "Damn, bitch," you don't tell her that. If your shit don't jump or nothing, don't tell her that.
That's why I said the bisexuals, man. Those are the most dangerous.
Yeah, for sure.
Most dangerous.
So if your girl had a bisexual friend, a bisexual bestie, you not with it?
Nah,
Fuck out of here. With that shit.
because especially if he's fine.
Yeah. If it was Destin Conrad.
No, hell no. What the no? I told you I don't feel safe. No, hell no. Destin Conrad needs to stay away from everybody.
Yeah.
Actually, stay inside. Stay inside. Make music, please. Just stay away from everybody. But yeah, back to the BET Awards.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride, everybody. Back to the BET Awards. We were talking about Bow Wow, his performances and everything.
For sure.
Pretty Boy's growing up, doing all his things. He's still I don't know if he's still a heartthrob. Like, people ain't looking at him like that. Did you see his reaction to seeing his ex on like the pre-show thing like that?
Didn't like it.
Didn't like it?
I don't think there's enough attention on that.
Yeah. Seriously.
Like, did we not? We all just saw the footage not too long ago of him, like the body cam footage of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't she like jumping over the nigga fence and all types of shit?
Yeah. A lot of unfavorable things. Which I'm surprised that, it's a privilege. I guess you're able to just walk up to people and, greet them, and cuz like if you're Bow Wow, let's put ourselves in his shoes right now. If you're a Bow Wow, right? You have a big night coming up and you don't want to jeopardize anything by looking some type of way, because this could easily be spun to look like something else, right?
Right.
Let's say he's like either overly aggressive, like, yo, get away from me, things like that, or he's just kind of like standoffish and not presenting in a certain way. I feel like there's an image that he creates for himself if he doesn't hug her in the moment, kind of address it, and then, get out. There's almost some sort of like couth that you need to have to where you're not making yourself look head ass, for lack of better words.
Maybe not with Erica Mena. Specifically not with her, because she is a known aggressive woman. Like, she's a known, I don't want to call her the A word, but she has been known to be prone to violence. Okay. So that look on his face wasn't like dejection. It wasn't like frustration. It was fear. Like, it was like, oh shit. It's like she had to drop on him. Like, if she had the blicky, he was gone. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't look safe. I'm sure he didn't feel safe. He didn't express safety. It was more like, let me get out of this situation because I'm actually pretty terrified right now.
Yeah.
So again, there's no realm in which, like, if that happens in the other direction, that it's like not the most talked about thing on TV. If DDG walks up to Halle at an award show and goes, "Hey, it's been a long time. Can I get a hug? Ain't you proud of me?" Bro.
All she gotta do is say no, headlines forever.
She don't gotta say anything. If she hugs him, do you still think we get the people saying, "Oh, she only did that because she felt scared"? Oh my God.
Yeah,
what?
Yeah, actually, maybe.
What? They're gonna dox him for they're gonna swat that nigga for the next 3 months every day. How could you do that to her in that moment? She's hosting the show. Bro, they would absolutely destroy him. It would probably ruin his career if she did that.
Yeah,
if he did that,
optics of it all. But that's what I was saying about the optics. You know, people who don't even know who Erica Mena is, they might have seen this clip and might have looked at him as like, you know, being just disrespectful to women. But shout out to him though, because you know I think he handled it in the best way that he could.
For sure.
And it's only right during Men's Mental Health Awareness Month that we acknowledge people that are in, like, you know, you ain't want to say the word, but abusive relationships and how they deal with the aftermath of it all, right? But on another note, I do want to talk about Drewski and Kai being there. I thought it was really cool that Kai was pretty much streaming the entire event, and Kevin pretty much gave him full reins to do that by pretty much saying that I'm not hosting this show if Kai can't come and stream it.
Yeah. I
thought that was pretty cool. I think that's pretty dope. It's probably bridging a gap, and it's making like I don't think that not enough people shine a light on how important it is for the other side of things. A lot of people say that the streamers is where it's at, but the streamers are aiming for bigger things, right? The same way that we're trying to that older cats are trying to bridge the gap to the younger generation and meet them where they are, which is on the streams and Twitch and all that stuff. They also want to be where we at. So it's kind of like we're trying to find a happy medium where, you might be popular on Twitch, but you know, if you're trying to keep the attention of young people, it's not going to work out well because their attention spans are really small, and the next hot thing might come around and sweep you up. So you gotta Kai has to start changing into that household name type thing. Like, not just the younger people gotta know me. I want other people to know me for bigger things. Yeah. I think this is like a helpful transition for him, streaming these events live, you know, because at this point he just becomes like basically like a cameraman, but at the same time like a host at the same time, which is really cool. You know, like he basically hosted his own event. That's what it seemed like.
Yeah, it felt like a different way to watch the BET Awards for the people who aren't, you know, for the younger generation who maybe don't know what a proper not BET award, but a proper award show is supposed to look like, or just a general direction of it. You know, the attention span of younger people it's a lot shorter than than people of our age or even the generation before us. So maybe them watching a 3-hour event where it's kind of like main stage, same angles, same perspective for the whole time, whereas they're kind of watching a character that they like being, like you said, they're his own version of hosting the show from a different perspective, seeing all the same people that are on stage and hearing the performance go on. I'm not sure if he's like streaming like I'm pretty sure when he was like at his seat, the camera was just facing him, like he wasn't actually streaming the show. But it's the same way that we'll go on YouTube and watch people live react or there's people who live react to like WrestleMania or wrestling events or basketball games or anything along those lines. Or I think it's just a nice way to, like you said, bridge the gap between streaming and live TV.
Yeah, we're heading to like a really different way of watching all these shows, right? I wonder who the next streamer is going to be. Who's going to be the streamer that does it at the Oscars, right? Like, who's going to be
Speed.
Like what? You know, yeah, Speed. He's
the one. Like Kai is definitely popular amongst the celebrities here in America, but internationally, this nigga Speed is meeting like prime ministers, presidents of the fucking FIBA and shit like that. Like, he's meeting a lot of powerful people.
I don't know how he does it, but I also I know that he also does other things other than just like streaming, right? Because he's an athlete as well.
He's very much what I think it is he's more so an IRL streamer. Like, he streams like on the streets in real life, like following him around, not necessarily just like at his desktop all the time. So a lot of the times where like he's done over the last year like this international streaming tour where he goes to like Armenia, he'll go to Brazil, he'll go to all these countries, some of them random, some of them big popular countries, and unlike some streamers like that dude in the Philippines who was out there harassing the people and making the locals uncomfortable to the point where he got arrested. He's shining a light on everything, and he's kind of making the country look great. I know China had like a big thing, like a big celebration for him for like how he's made China look in the public eye and how great of a light he shined on them. And now they're doing whole parades for him. I think they made a game his own day. Like, so I think that's what it is. I think that's how it's happening. Or he's just streaming. He's being respectful while he's streaming, and I guess the leaders are grateful for it.
To put it on a bigger like, you know, macro view of things, I feel like the streaming era, like that real life in time, like in the moment, I'm streaming live, this is my experience, is really helpful for times like this where we're like, you know, it's misinformation and we're not really sure what's real and what's not. Not for nothing, I know that you might see some of these videos sometimes of people be streaming during like war. They be in war zones and be having streams going.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
And you know, there's like a love-hate feeling with it. You know, there's like this is getting streamed to like a lot of people, and sometimes that exposure might be like really bad. Like, God forbid something happens to them on stream and people like basically witness like a death on stream or something happens, right? Like that's wild. That's like wild to experience. But at the same time, we're getting a firsthand view of, you know, what's happening, and we get to see what their view is. And like, from your standpoint, if he's going to China and stuff like that, propaganda starts to kind of fall on his face. Unless it becomes more like, we don't know if this is a real production, or we don't know if this is a production, or if this is like a real experience. I think that's where the lines get blurred, is if we're unsure how much of this is like planned production and how much of this is like real time events and things that are happening. But so I think that that's going to be the separation between like even streamers, people who have more like planned out teams behind them, money and productions, versus the people that are really just out here giving you like just like walking around with a camera, basically just the real life activity and things like that, and just letting you see it from their perspective, which I talked about. I already told you about that. They made us read that book in college, where basically there's going to be somebody that commits their life to this streaming shit and pretty much always streams, you know, and the first person to do that, they pretty much from birth to death, everything, I'm going to be on stream. They are the person that's having it done is going to set this person up to be on stream for their entire life, and people are going to be able to watch their entire lives. That's going to be a thing. And that's love-hate feelings, right? It's interesting, but there's going to be some things where we're going to start questioning like the lines. We're going to be like, all right, where is this? Should we be doing this? But what I really wanted to talk about, like with the streamers and stuff, Drewski and Kai were there, and I wanted to ask y'all a question, a hypothetical morality maybe question. I'm sure y'all seen when SZA introduced Kai to Kendrick Lamar, and Drewski was also there, and the way that people are painting it is that Drewski didn't say hi to Kendrick Lamar. Obviously because of his affiliations with a Canadian. Now, let's play in this world for a little bit, right? Let's say that is the reason, you know, other than just the fact that I don't know this person, right? And he wasn't really talking to me. Like SZA was more so like introducing him to Kai. Like it wasn't like SZA or Kendrick meet Drewski kind of thing. This was more like a, you know, Kai kind of thing. You're Drewski in this situation. And you have, you know, like I said, affiliations with people who are kind of helping you kind of get your money and get endorsements and get things like that. You pick the side and you stand on business. Do you shake hands with pretty much your boss's op in that moment? Yeah. Do you acknowledge? Do you say hi? Do you say what's up? Is it a big deal? Knowing who your boss is, knowing how emotional and how big their ego is, do you still say hi? Or do you, quote unquote, stand on business and protect your brand or your endorsements or your relationship with this person that may be tarnished by saying hi to a nigga?
I think Drewski did the right thing.
Okay. So you would do it too.
What?
You wouldn't dap up Kendrick if you was on the
I
other
were
side.
Drewski, no.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't.
I too think Drewski did the right thing. Once you choose a side, you gotta stay there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just what it is. I'm cool with everybody staying true to whatever they fuck with. You know what I mean? Like don't be fake with me, you know what I mean? And I don't really think Drewski's like fan base or like the people that rock with Drewski need him to like also be a fan of Kendrick or like on the side of Kendrick. It's just not that. It's not that type of intersectionality. I think it's fine. I don't think anybody did anything wrong. I didn't know that there was a Drewski Drake link. I wasn't aware. All I know is that Drewski came out with Jack Harlow, and Jack Harlow and Drake like have built a rapport. So I guess like I don't know what this Drewski and Drake link is supposed to be.
I mean, he's been connected to him since that one video, right? Was it
He was in God's Plan.
Laugh Now? Was it God? No, it was Laugh Now, Cry Later, I think. With in the Nike factory.
Yeah.
It was him and
Same
Odell.
Video, he was
and
in
all the
Odell.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even that, I don't think that's like.
I guarantee that
time?
connection, that that relationship.
I know that's why
still
I couldn't
very
be.
strong.
That's why I couldn't be in the industry because, like, nigga, I did a video with you 4 years ago.
Look at Drewski's brand, right? Doesn't it align with a lot with what Drake does?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Could have been love? Isn't Could Have Been Love something that Drake would fucking do?
That's what I'm saying. It's more about brand alignment than it is about loyalty. Like, I don't think like, oh yeah, Drewski a real ass nigga for not speaking to Kendrick. Like, I just think he doesn't need to, and Kendrick doesn't need to speak to him. It's just not. I don't think anybody did anything wrong, but I don't think like that makes Drewski dope or whack or nothing. None of that. It just is what it is. Nobody did anything wrong. It's just not.
There's a clear like avoidant though of like, I'm not going to interact with this person because of the potential it might fuck up my relationship with this
scary,
other person.
bro.
It has nothing to do with his brand, like of just, oh yeah, there's nothing I could do with Kendrick that would align, because that's false. Kendrick is very multifaceted. He could probably help a lot of brands out in any types of ways. But if we rolling with that, sure. If we're rolling that Drewski really can't do anything with Kendrick, that's one thing. But I disagree. I'm thinking that he genuinely wants to protect his relationship with this other bigger brand that he's worked with in the past. If he's not working with them currently, then in the past, and he wants to stay on that side.
That's a hell of a thing to do. It seems like a losing side to me. If it's a pure business decision, then that seems like a bad one.
Okay, so we're all on the side of, because I agree. I probably wouldn't dap up somebody if like I had like a strong connection, to somebody else that I was like, all right, maybe I shouldn't for the brand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't dap up Jelly Roll because I know y'all beefing, shit like that.
Right. Shout out Jelly Roll.
No, don't shout out Jelly Roll.
Snakes ain't always in the grass.
Even though that song was kind of hard. He didn't have the best part though. So I'm protecting my relationship with you. Huh? Like I wouldn't just be out here dapping up niggas that you got beef with.
Sure.
Feel me? I care about you, man. I think I care about what we create.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Thank you. That's all I wanted.
And for you, I don't fuck with LL Cool J. So, you know what I'm saying?
Didn't you listen to his album though?
It was ass, bro. I promise you, that shit was ass. It was
I gotta go back in the pod because I feel like y'all might have talked about that album a little bit, or at least Dame did. I know Dame did. I know Dame might have talked about that album a little bit.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Okay, because he dropped the album like a couple years, like last year.
A couple months ago. Couple months ago.
Oh, so you know it's a couple months ago. Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Keeping tabs on niggas. All right.
Who was on that album? There was a song that like everybody had to listen to. I think Eminem. Yeah, he did the Bad Meets Evil or something with Eminem. It was weird.
Interesting. That's peace. Dame, is there any non-fuckwitables that you have that we, that we shouldn't associate with?
Because you don't fuck with them.
Damn, hold on. Off the top of my head.
Dame ain't got no ops, man. I hate this nigga, man. He too good,
man.
bro.
He don't got no sad music. He don't got no ops. I'm telling you, it's Miami. It's Miami. Nigga lived in San Diego and in Miami. He left Jersey and went to the two nicest fucking places in the world to live.
No, I can't think of any artist right now who pissed me off just at the thought of them.
All right, well, whenever you come up with that name,
that first one's free.
Yeah, we got you. Anything else for the BET Awards before we close out? Any of the other notable things?
I thought Kevin Hart was really funny. I missed the Kirk Franklin performance. That shit was like 5 fucking hours, bro. That shit took forever to go off. But I really enjoyed the tributes. I thought the Jamie Foxx tribute was super dope. The Snoop tribute was good too, but I'm hearing a lot of people saying like, why maybe this is not the year to like give Snoop that award, but I didn't see like a too big of a deal with it. I thought Snoop is always good.
Yeah, the timeline is gonna when we look back at this, the timeline is gonna look a little funny.
It's gonna look funny for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought it was a really great show. Definitely, probably the best one as far as like what I can remember in years, for sure.
Yeah, shout out to BET. Shout out to Tyler Perry, I guess.
No.
Who was over there?
Did y'all watch Straw?
Dancing like Medea? No, I didn't watch Straw. I've heard that it is like a new movie. Did you watch it?
No, I didn't. It's just
you're
so
the most
funny
likely to.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Of us to watch it?
Absolutely,
yes.
Yeah.
All right, maybe. But y'all know I hate Tyler Perry movies.
Nigga, you watched Mea Culpa and we talked about it with Nicole. Shout out Nicole. But you watched it. You fucking talked about it.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
Pleasure.
You're more
Tyler Perry
likely to
movies
watch
are your guilty pleasure. You hate them, but
you hate.
You want to watch them still.
You hate watch them shits.
No.
And if you ain't watching it, wifey's watching it.
Nope.
Really?
She also hates Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry movies, anyway. You don't hate Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry's dope, but his movies suck all the time.
Word. Yeah. Quick little thing. Lil Wayne's dropping a deluxe tonight. With some features. I think Future's on there. Lil Baby. We already heard the Nicki. Nicki was on Banned from NO. I know we talked about this album last week, but I want to kind of make it a bigger conversation in terms of like how much people are saying that the beats on this album are ass. Yeah. Which, I mean, we listened to a couple of things. I kind of agree for the most part. I didn't hear the whole album. I don't know if y'all have heard the whole album. No. But
I have, yeah.
The things that I've heard, the worst one being that damn elephant sample that was produced by your boy. He's another one who I don't fuck with, but I'm not gonna make you not associate with him. But your Hamilton man produced that produced that track.
Yeah, for sure.
So what do you have to say about that, man?
Have
you heard the song?
I've heard the song. Yeah.
Okay.
Is
that's
definitely
you. That's the nigga you be hanging with.
Singing in the car.
Yeah,
it's definitely one of the worst songs I've ever heard by Lil Wayne.
Look at what your man's is doing to hip hop.
Yeah, no, that beat is fucking terrible. I'd actually love to hear his thoughts of like what made you go with that verse. I wonder if he sent him like a pack of like 10 beats or 15
what
beats.
Zoo Books? Like zoo animals beats. What?
I just, I want to put it on Lin-Manuel Miranda, but I don't have no evidence that he was in that studio. Listen, I never said the nigga can make beats. I didn't even know he made beats. I said he can rap. His bars are
I need to hear his verse.
Exactly.
His verse on that
unwritten
song.
verse.
Yeah.
Because he has to rap.
It's
over
a song.
it before he sends it out.
There's a Lin-Manuel Miranda song on that beat for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He might be one of the features on this deluxe.
Oh my god.
And if it is, I'm on your ass.
A shiny piece of gold trying to reach my goal. Yeah, nah.
But I will
He's
say,
definitely kicking some shit.
so that being said, people are starting to put out different versions of these songs with different beats over them because they think that Lil Wayne still sounds hard over something. Like just the bars are there, the beat just isn't there. So people are putting out some remixes. Some are pretty cool. Black Mass is always killing that shit. Spectre, sometimes puts out some things too. I recently heard I think they put Squabble Up over the Peanuts to an Elephant beat. Actually, I don't know if it's Squabble Up. I can't remember. But it was one of the songs off GNX. And they put it over the Peanuts to an Elephant beat. And people were saying, damn, this kind of sounds... Oh, no, it was GNX, the song GNX.
Yeah.
Tell him Kendrick did it. Like that shit. Like
That one was still ass to me. That beat is terrible, bro. It can't be saved.
It can't be saved?
No. It wasn't the bars. That was the problem.
Okay. But do you think that... better production, like beat wise, it would have saved this album a little bit? And do you think that people deserve that? Like it feels almost like a cop out, not a cop out, but a save for producers that can come in and take vocals off of these artists like that drop these albums and put them over better beats to say like it's not them, the talent is there, it's the beats, because listen to how they sound over this beat. And it sounds way better. It sounds like hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if y'all ever had any experiences with that of like songs that you don't really like, but a remix comes out and you're like, oh, that's just kind of.
Yeah. I mean, it is an easy cop out, but I mean, ultimately, I just still think the blame has to go on Wayne. It's not like you have a label out here saying, holding you back from putting out certain songs, saying, oh, no, we don't like that. You have all the control. Clearly, you have all the creative control that you want to do whatever the hell you want with these albums. And you are ultimately the one that decides if they get put on or they get scrapped. You've been in the game way long enough to know what a good song sounds like, what a bad song sounds like, what sounds right, what doesn't sound right. And I don't think you can use that excuse now, man. You can't use that excuse. Or we can't give him that excuse, I should say, because he's not saying anything.
So I've also talked about how certain beats, because Pharrell does it too. Pharrell likes bad beats sometimes. Like I Gotcha by Lupe Fiasco. That beat is the worst beat I've ever heard. But Lupe kind of saves it with his vocal ability. So in the same section of a good verse could save a bad beat, a good beat could save, what is it? What did I just say? A bad... I'm
good
verse
verse
backwards.
Yeah,
backwards, yeah. Like same thing. A good verse can save a bad beat rather than just like a good beat can save a bad verse.
Yeah.
But I also think it's a combination of the two because it wasn't necessarily just Lupe's verse on that song. It was also the hook. And it was also something that was catchy.
Yeah.
You're not getting that on this album at all. There's no catchy hooks. There's no choruses that are memorable from Wayne, at least. Obviously he's got Bono and Jelly Roll and all these random ass people on here. But it's not anything that's necessarily coming from Wayne that's super catchy, that's, going to stay in your mind, that's going to forgive the production.
But we say that, I don't think we'd agree with that. Because I was going to ask, sometimes when, like I think Had one time said that Yachty was the worst part of his album.
Yeah.
Do we feel that about Wayne?
No, the beats were way worse than anything.
Wayne was the best part of this album.
Wayne was the best part. I guess that Big Sean verse was the best part.
That's true.
But other than that,
2 Chainz even got him a little bit.
Yeah. So my take on the Wayne album and like the whole, so this is how I listen you're responsible for it all as the artist, as the name on the thing. You chose the beats, you chose the topics, you chose the arrangement, you chose the lyrics that you spit on them. So just changing the beats does not fix the album. And it doesn't fix the album because it's still directionless. It's still random. There's still no concept to it. So it doesn't fix it. It makes the songs more listenable. But a bunch of listenable songs, it doth not make a great album. You know what I mean? It just doesn't. So can a song here or two be saved? Yes, absolutely. Because some of them are like genuinely terrible, unlistenable. But there's also, I think I told y'all, when I get an album, typically I've been known to like abridge it, like create an abridged version. Yeah. And like, so you'd have to trim a lot of the fat off. Yeah. You'd have to trim a lot of the fat off, change some of the arrangements. If I, the problem is the Carter it's only 19 songs, which means that more of the songs have to be good. And there's just like a low hit rate on that album. There's just not that many good songs on it. So to me, it's unsalvageable. It really just is unsalvageable. Even if the beats are better, even if Black Mass does all the production or Alchemist does all the production or whoever, because a lot of times all they're doing is like putting them over like modern boom bap. And it's like, oh, this fixes it. Kinda. But there's also now a lack of diversity, right? So
maybe, but it could be the other side of this is that he probably didn't have a producer helping him through this, because it sounds like there's multiple producers from multiple beats. So it's, instead of like having a producer sit down and working with you and building something out, it's just your choices on all these beats from these different producers with no real help and direction on how
a lot of them being sample heavy,
right?
Sample heavy loops.
But at the same time, that's how some of our favorite artists make their albums. Drake doesn't have, I guess he has 40, but like Kendrick doesn't have like somebody directing him. He's just very talented. He's just very good. The other problem with the album is that, again, there's no growth from an art perspective. There was a video by Justin Hunt from It's All Happening, Company Man on YouTube, where he talked about like, he doesn't mention his relationship with Drake and Nicki at this point. He doesn't, talk about Birdman and all the things that happened there. He doesn't talk. He has songs with his kids, but he doesn't talk much about being a father. He doesn't. He makes a song called "Banned from NO" and doesn't mention the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like, it's all like, nigga, there's certain things we'd want to hear from you about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I said I wanted from him. I wanted to hear what was going on and what he actually was feeling now and stuff like that. But instead he was just like, why are you crying on Twitter or crying on socials about like that whole Super Bowl thing and not getting it out in the music?
Yeah.
Like, what were you trying to prove here? What was your goal? I wish I just knew what his goal was with this album, though. And then it's like, it's fair. Then we can talk about if it's failed in his eyes or not.
Right. Exactly. So, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah. I just wish I knew. But, I mean, people are talking about it. Maybe people who, even in bad ways, people making jokes about that Peter to an Elephant song. Honestly, it might probably be the most successful song from that album because of people joking on it.
Yeah, just hate listening, right? TikToks and all that. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, calling it a Crash Bandicoot ass beat, like this different. Yeah. I guess success looks in different ways. Who got kidnapped? I turned them shits off.
Yeah, you ain't turning your emergency. you ain't turn that shit off, bro. You care?
I ain't fucking Batman.
Huh? Yeah, that's kind of nuts.
I turned that shit off. The alerts,
like disconnected.
The Amber Alerts at least. I keep the weather advisories on.
Yeah, for sure.
Gotta know about that. But yeah, that's all I want to talk about. What is the saddest song that y'all have ever heard in y'all lives? If y'all want me to go first, I could go first. But I feel like y'all gonna laugh at me, so I don't want to go first. But I will if I have to. I can articulate. If you have questions, ask me.
My first thought is some of the Joe Budden songs that I used to listen
OLS?
to a lot. No, not OLS. OLS is a great song, but they're not typically sad. He has one song called
Pump It Up.
Only Human, where he describes a suicide attempt. And to me, that one always does a lot to me. That one
I'm
always,
only human. That song? Or is it something else?
Only tell me I'm only human.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, it's a different
I
person.
gotta breathe again. But yeah, it's got Imani on it. Shout out Imani. But yeah, he describes a suicide attempt, and it was like really, really tough to hear because, I kind of, it resonated with me pretty heavily. So that one personally definitely gets to me. Kendrick's
So that's a sad song with sad content, but also is sad to you for
Sad to me,
personal reasons.
personal
Yeah,
reasons,
so
yeah,
that hits
for sure.
pretty much all the bases on like a sad song, saddest song ever thing,
For sure.
But it's different types of songs, which is the point that I'm trying to make here. But
shit.
you were gonna say something else, or you had another song, or
Kendrick's You. I remember hearing You for the first time and crying because the part where he started talking about his little sister and like his lack of his feeling like a failure. You know what I mean? It was just like, man. I mean, I knew he could get deep, but I never heard an artist like admonish himself that way. You know what I mean? It was
he be crying
very
on his
raw.
songs.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You could hear it. You could hear when he's getting emotional. And it was just like, I had to sit with it for a minute. You know what I mean? Because it was very, very like heartbreaking to hear someone who I admired so much have such a fucking negative opinion of themselves. You know what I mean? So that was definitely another one of them.
That shit scared me out of my sleep when I first heard it. I listened to a midnight release and I couldn't stay awake for the whole thing. That screaming in the beginning, bro, that shit scared me. Scared me so bad, bro. I was mad as hell, man. But yeah, that's a great song for sure. Damn, you got any?
You go first. What's yours?
So I have two for different reasons. Both are kind of sad. One is more sad than the other, but the other one, it sounds like a lot of these reggae songs or calypso type songs be sounding like happier or party-ish, but they be having like sad content in them. But my first one, and I was just like, y'all remember when I was younger, I was a little bit of a bitch, so I was just like scared and sad about like a whole bunch of stuff. And TOK Footprints, I know that's that's probably the saddest song that I heard growing up. Wow. The one where he's talking about hurry up and come back.
Love that
the last
song.
one he said to her son. It's a really sad song, but I think I internalized it as, damn, what if I got shot and my parents had to live without me? And so I thought that was a really sad song because I didn't want to get shot. Who was gonna shoot me? I don't know, but
Nigga was in no danger.
in no danger. I was in no danger of getting shot. But that song really like hit me because it's about like, a person losing their kid and then, looking in the sky, and it's like it was a lot. It was a lot for me. But that song like it's kind of a bop. Like the way that they be doing, the way that they be.
I cry.
Yeah.
Cry along with
Like that
you.
would play at a cookout and people would be like, all right, word.
For sure.
You know
No,
what I'm
that's the
saying?
one.
Like,
Yeah.
it'd be cool. And my second one that I also was like, I think I was also afraid, but also kind of sad, was The Crossroads.
Yeah, that song's
But-
terrifying.
Both
yeah.
does. Yeah, and the video made it even worse. This is before I even seen the video. It was like kind of sad. Yeah, that song is probably that's one of the saddest songs ever for me. Like everything about that song, as soon as it comes on, it's like tugging at your heartstrings, you know.
for sure.
And it didn't help that was like one of the hottest songs like in the 2000s, like when that
Yeah,
shit
it was a
came out.
massive hit. That shit
was playing
that
on
shit
the
went
radio.
diamond, actually.
Shit
Why
was
do we
playing on
love
the
that shit? That shit was a graveyard theme anthem,
bro. On the radio, bro. Like you could not turn on the radio. My mom talks about it all the time about how they were driving to Virginia and that shit was just on the radio. Aaron loved that shit. They just wanted to hear that shit. Darren and Aaron wanted to hear that song. It was just terrifying, bro. And I had to live through that.
That was actually me and his fucking favorite song that summer.
Yeah, you too. Yeah, you was probably there too. Listening
It was
to that shit.
we had to we ran that fucking tape up, bro. It was probably like a free promotional tape that we had. It was probably the only rap music that we could get our hands on that summer. Nigga, we ran that tape into the fucking ground, bro.
Crazy.
Absolutely. It was me and him. That was our shit.
I have two very vivid memories. It's that song and then fucking That Thing. Those are like the two songs that I like, that I just tacked to my brain of when like they came out and how hot they were and everybody was listening to them. That was those two songs. That was everything, and I couldn't escape it. But yeah, those are my two songs, and mostly it was just me being a bitch. But you know,
yeah, no, it's crazy.
And there's a difference, like I said, that I want to talk about. But Dane, what you got? What are the two? What are some sad songs that you
give
got?
us something,
you
bro?
All right. See, you guys are gonna say this is controversial again, but I genuinely mean this.
Yo, wait.
I know who it is. I already know who it is.
Wait.
I know.
Dang.
We even talked about this song, I think, last week or 2 weeks ago.
Oh man.
Dang, please, man.
I'm serious. I wish. Why Kelly?
I'm mute.
We just got done talking about this song not too long ago. How come I can't bring it up again? It's a sad song. You lost somebody. Roll through the hood, somebody say, what's up?
Okay.
But you know your baby boy ain't doing so tough.
All right. Another song that's like really sad.
I'm not doing this on purpose. I genuinely mean this.
Okay.
Another song that's really sad that like you honestly the video made it much sadder is I Miss You by Aaron Hall.
I miss you.
Yeah, do y'all remember the video
that
to that
reminds
song?
me of another one that I can't say.
Yo, how big is your list, man?
Yo, it's literally just R. Kelly. Like it's
I mean,
just R. Kelly.
he's been very transparent about how much of a R. Kelly fan he was before everything happened. Yeah. So I can definitely see that being like true. Like
yo, bro,
this ain't no.
The other one was Missing You.
Damn, yeah.
Which one?
I'll be missing you, Diddy.
God, bro.
Diddy and them. Isn't that a cover though? That's a cover of another song, right?
It is.
It's a sample. It's not a cover.
But isn't it? It's not Sting, is it?
It's Sting, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Sting.
Yeah, it's Sting.
Every breath you take. They actually
didn't they bust his ass for that? Didn't he like have to give him a lot of money? For that?
My God, Diddy's never seen a dime from that song.
Yeah,
like that shit all went to Sting and the Police. But another song that I Miss You
Sting
song
and the Sting.
The other song, that I Miss You song, like you're just watching the video and you're just seeing like this dude, this girl, you know, she's pregnant, you know what I mean, and like, oh man, this is so beautiful, bro. The bitch dies at the end of the video, her and the baby. I think the baby lives, but she dies. And the last scene of the video is him bringing the baby to her grave. Jesus that was Christ, man. Bro, I was 4.
Yo, some of them videos back in the day was cracked out. We're not going to review it now. Maybe I'll review it next week. But I watched the music video for Keith Sweat Twisted. Have you seen that music video?
I love that video.
Jesus Christ, bro. That song, that song has nothing to do with anything that was happening up in that
shit was a whole movie, bro.
For those that don't know.
They blew the whole budget.
For those that don't know, in the first 30 seconds, somebody gets shot in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Bro, you hear the song Twisted by Keith Sweat, you're not thinking about nobody getting shot in the fucking bathroom and there being a crime scene. Like, that music video is so cracked out, bro. I have no idea who, like, who's
okay. It's apparently it's like in the air because y'all know who started it with the fly videos that was whole movies.
Yeah.
It was Robert, bro. Robert was putting download. Come on, son.
Yeah.
The download the nigga had his own RCU, bro. He had the RCU.
I don't like that shit.
He did.
I don't like that you trying to make that you flipping that. The RCU.
Now he got his own SVU.
Yeah. Bro, he had that one, right? But the Kelly Price song was also in the Mr. Biggs verse, right? Oh, and then 10 years later, I think it was Ashante Moore or whoever it was with Contagious. Bro, they did a reboot.
Contagious, busted.
Yeah, bro, like the man, come on, son. He had a full cinematic universe with other people's music.
We might have talked about him like for the last 3 pods at least once. He's about to come up in the last. It's
Oh
kind
my
of crazy.
god, is his like appeal coming up or something? Let's find out.
Like why? Yeah, why is he on our hearts right now? Yeah.
Federal
but
appeal court upholds singer R.
Don't
Kelly's
Google it
conviction.
right now.
I gotta see, bro. Yo, these pictures be terrible. Uphold singer's 30-year prison sentence, and that was in February. So yeah, he ain't coming home no time soon.
He ain't coming home.
Yeah,
you waiting for him?
Nah, absolutely not.
Well,
I'm just saying it was a good video.
Respectability politics.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Who's no respectability politics, and then I promise we're done. We don't got to get no explanations because I want to get to the sad playlist. But would we take him and get rid of Diddy?
Kells? No.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's terrible, bro.
You think they're both neither of them? If you had a choice,
No, they could keep both of them niggas.
yeah.
Genuinely awful.
But if I had to choose one of their music,
that's what I'm talking about.
it's an easy option.
It's easy.
Easy choice.
Okay. The reason I asked about the sad songs ever, I'm in my feels. Obviously, I'm less than 30 days away from 30, and I want to know how y'all feel. Like, do y'all listen to sad music when y'all are sad?
Only.
Really?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Do you cry to it?
Sometimes if I'm there. Yeah. Shit is
Does it
cathartic, bro. Absolutely.
Like yeah. So like, what's the point of it, right? Does it help you get there? Is that like the goal of the sad playlist?
Yeah, that's like my most cancer moments, bro. It's like when, like when I used to watch TV and movies, when something sad happened, they played the sad music. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So in my life,
it's time to be sad.
It's time to be sad. Absolutely. And I got access to Spotify. I don't gotta like look for a CD.
Yeah. It'd probably be even sadder if you did though. If you found that CD and then popped it in, like the whole process of putting that CD in and then playing it. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a whole thing, but nah, it just like this. Nah, it's great. It's great.
I also have a sad playlist. I haven't listened to it in a long time, but every song hits what I needed to, for sure, for different reasons. And it's like, yeah, when I listen to it, I definitely get the over a hump. When I'm listening to it, it feels like things will get better. I think the music plunges me as far down as I could go, and then it's like there's no way to go from here but up, and that's like the silver lining there, I guess, when I'm listening to it. So I guess there is a purpose of a sad playlist.
Actually,
you got a sad playlist?
Not a sad playlist. I have R&B playlists. I don't have sad playlists.
R&B is not even.
R&B's not sad.
Not.
So you got Eric
That's what I'm
Bellinger.
saying. That's what I'm saying. It's not. That's my
playlist.
answer. Like, no, I don't have sad playlists. No.
What
You
makes you
got
sad?
R&B on
D?
your sad playlist? Oh yeah, no, that's a good question. Answer that one.
What makes me sad?
Yeah.
Failure.
When was the last time you were sad?
Rejection. When the last time I was sad, probably around the holidays last year. No, not the holidays, like early December last year.
How many times are you sad?
I'd be
per
stressed.
Year,
I'd be stressed. I'd be angry. I don't be like,
nah, sad.
sad
I'm talking
to
about
the-
sad, bro. I'm talking about like,
nah.
like you don't like, man. This shit ain't even really worth it. Like that type of like.
That's deep.
Yeah, like, like not like on the edge of like, but just like I don't even really want to get up.
So I'd be stressed, overwhelmed, and all that. But I don't be sad like that a lot.
What's your overwhelmed bag look like?
I shut down. Like, you know, like a computer, just like when you're running too many softwares. I would have fucking After Effects over here, Premiere over here, Photoshop over here, Spotify's open, Netflix is running a movie, and then your computer just crashes, and that's me. I crash, I overheat, and then I need a little bit to recoup.
I feel that.
And music ain't gonna be the thing that brings you out.
Nah, it's more like I like silence and visual. More of a visual aid. So I need to like go somewhere, be outside, get some fresh air, see some stuff. Yeah, but nah, I haven't been sad in a while. I guess.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to you.
It's hard to be sad.
What's
with
on
palm
your?
trees.
Give me something. What's on your sad playlist? Give me one thing that's on your sad playlist.
Slipping by DMX. Gets me right in my bag. Oh, by the way, all my sad songs are rap songs.
Really?
Yeah. I don't listen to sad like R&B or like rock or anything like that. Those don't be sad enough. I need niggas that like been shot before. You know what I'm saying? Like Moms was a crackhead type sad. You know what I mean? Like that's the type. I need
That's
to hear
something to be sad about.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I need to hear like your biggest failures, the ways in which the world betrayed you. That's how I want to hear sadness. Suicidal Thoughts, Notorious B.I.G. Going Through Changes by Eminem. Love Yours. Love Yours is actually a pretty like sad song to me, but obviously it has a powerful message. But it is an emotional song. And like I said, there's like a ton of Joe Budden songs that are like some of the saddest shit you ever heard in your life.
A lot of my things, I guess, are R&B now that I think about it, but like older R&B, right? Like Break Up to Make Up.
Ooh,
you know,
Yeah.
Cause I Love You, Lenny Williams. Killing Me Softly with his song is on this playlist.
Which one?
Roberta Flack.
Roberta, yeah. Let's go.
No Ordinary Love is on here. I think it's like I think sonically the songs are sad for me. Like lyric is one thing, but like sonically it gets me sad and then the lyrics make it worse. So I feel like that's what my sad playlist is consisted of. Songs that sonically sound very sad. Like everything with the production is just like bringing you down, and then the lyrics are just like punching you right in your gut. Like, yeah, nah, these sounds are here for a reason. It's time to be sad, you know? And it's funny because not every song gotta be sad to make you sad.
No, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. I have a lot of those, but I feel like that might be just trigger based. I don't know if y'all have other experiences with that, but maybe it's just like maybe it just reminds you of something or something.
There are sad songs where I can't even identify why they're sad. And maybe it's just me not getting the theme, or maybe I'm just not listening to what they're saying. But like a song like Japanese Denim by Daniel Caesar.
Yeah.
Right? That song just sounds like it's supposed to be sad. You know, if not sad, some type of like nostalgic, where like it's a song you just think about while you're looking at the grass on the ground, laying on the grass, looking up at the sky as the clouds go by. That's just one of those type of songs, but you don't necessarily know why it's so damn sad.
Yeah. I'm not mad at that. Songs that are sad, that aren't sad inherently, but they're sad to you.
Another reggae song. Remember I Wayne? Can't Satisfy Her? Talking about that girl who was a dancer.
Yeah, the girl
she had AIDS or something.
Yeah,
it's just some sort of HIV. That song sounds happy as hell, man.
It's terrible.
But like, that song is sad, man. But you can party to it. You can throw it on at the cookout. It reminds me of family, and that makes me sad.
I'd probably go. There's I had it in my head just now. It escapes me now. But there's in that same vein, it's an R&B song. Oh, Anita Baker. Pretty much any of them, but specifically
her whole entire discography.
Sweet Love.
Oh wait, I do have an.
I Apologize. Those songs, they do something to me, like physically. Like there's like an anxious feeling that I get. Listen to I don't know if I got like beat when I was like 2 to Anita Baker or something like that.
That's what I'm saying. This is a trigger for certain songs for sure.
But there's something that happens to me physically when I listen to that song. When I listen to Anita Baker specifically. And I love the music, but it legitimately makes me feel like I'm gonna die soon. Like, I don't know why.
You know, this now we're getting darker and darker, but I feel like I get sad for songs that my parents enjoy because I feel like there's one day where I won't be able to witness them enjoying it ever again. And I feel like I'm like, damn. Like sometimes I hear a song and I'm like, oh, my pops loves this song. And I'm like, damn, one day he's not gonna be here. Yeah. And I start thinking about like how much I love him. And I'm like, how much he loves this song. And I'm like, damn, this song is gonna suck to me one day.
You know what? I kind of have that too, but with me, like I know that if the Knicks don't win a championship before I die, when they win, oh my God, bro, my kids are not gonna be able to take it.
Yeah, bro. Let's go.
Switch for you, Pop. I'm telling you, bro, they're gonna be miserable, my nigga. If the Knicks don't win a championship while I'm alive to see it, bro, that's gonna be the saddest day of my kid's life.
Especially if it happens like a year after you die.
I swear to God, bro, because that happens to a lot of like, bro.
The year of.
Something happened to me in April, right?
And then LeBron won a championship. I was like, "What is for you, Will? He did it for you."
See, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's not, it's tough. I just almost like if it doesn't, if they don't do it while I'm alive, don't do it. Like just at all.
Retire the franchise. Just
retire.
The team is gone. Just drop it.
It can't win without Hod.
Yeah. What do you think is going to be the thing that people remember about you that's going to make them sad?
Sadly enough, Genuine Pony. I feel like people will hear that song and get really sad because I love that. I'm very emotional, and that sucks. That's a song that you would hate. That's a song that people play a lot.
Yeah,
so it would suck to hear that and think about me and have these conflicting feelings about it. You know,
for me, it'd be "Jump on It" by who's that? By Sugar Hill? No,
Is it
Apache Gang? Are you talking about Apache?
Apache. Yeah, Apache.
Oh my God, bro. If you in a bar, bro, and they play Apache and niggas just start crying,
that's my shit.
Oh my God,
nigga got jumped.
It's better than crying to Pony.
Is it?
I don't know.
Yes.
That's a good battle.
I don't know. I feel like,
why are you crying to this sexy ass song? It's gonna make people assume so many things.
I don't know,
for your
bro.
loved ones.
I feel like we equally yoked here. I feel like Pony and Apache are right, like neck and neck for the weirdest songs.
For the weirdest songs, niggas gonna cry to for sure.
I think so. I might have to put a poll up for that one. That's actually hilarious. Like, which song is worse to cry to?
If you've seen somebody crying in the corner to this song, how does it make you feel?
Oh man. All right,
Sorry,
we flipped that. That was cool. We flipped that. I don't have anything else to talk about. We can watch I know Superman dropped the trailer. It got me more excited. I've only seen one part of the trailer, one like clip of it, where he's punching the shit out of somebody, and that looks pretty cool.
That's what and his teeth flew out. That's the only clip. That's only not even a clip. It's like a GIF.
Yeah. So I do.
Oh, by the way, our video's at 80,000 views now.
What the hell? Damn.
That's so crazy. That's so crazy. Because like it didn't take off at first, and I was like, "Damn, this is a great clip." I don't understand like why it didn't jump.
I'll clip another one tomorrow from fucking Family Feud.
I'm telling you, man. And I think
that was a long clip. That's a long clip. Like,
that's the longest clip we ever had.
I exported it.
That's the longest clip.
I was like, damn, retention time. Are people? But like every time I watched it, I was like, damn, I want to keep watching it, even though I know how it ends. So I was like, that's how I knew. Like, this is a good clip.
We kept cutting each other off, telling each other we were fucking stupid. It was just really good.
Electric based power. Get the fuck out of here. When I lose it every time. I literally watch this over and over again because of when you say storm. Because it's like you call me an idiot and then you say storm. I'm like, yo, come on. You fucking kidding me, bro?
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Nah,
Yeah.
that shit
And
is
then the
hilarious.
answers revealed. It's just we fucked up a lot. But yeah, shout out to the fans, man.
Yeah.
I do want to watch this trailer. That's the last real thing
let's
that
get
I
into
have.
it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Superman coming out real soon. When is this come out again? I forgot when it comes
Next
out.
month, like a
July
month. I think one is it
12th or
July
something like that,
12th.
yeah.
It's gonna be a busy July. There's a lot of stuff coming out. Isn't Joey
I'm telling you, it's a
dropping
great years. It's a great year for movies, bro.
Yeah, there's things coming. But Superman dropped a new trailer. Well, he didn't drop it, but the studio dropped it.
It's Clark Kent himself.
Okay, so dropped the trailer, and we're gonna watch it. We've reviewed the first trailer. I think, yeah, we reviewed
Did we?
first. Yeah, we did. We reviewed the first
We did
trailer.
the very first one. Yes,
Yeah, the very
we
first
did.
one. And we were excited about it then, but they have more action in this one. So we're going to review this one today for y'all. Shout out to the patrons. Like I said, go on there and find out. If you want to watch along with us, you can. But we also got the audio for you too. So, you're not going to be completely left out. But this is the Superman trailer. Like, you hear it?
Yeah.
Superman. The most powerful being on planet Earth. We finally meet. Now, as planned, I'll destroy you. And of course,
Who was that
that
nigga again?
reporter you always do interviews
That's
with.
Lex?
Yeah.
Who raised you as a child? I'll kill them too.
No matter what you do to me, Luther, your plans won't work.
Wrap it up.
Good luck with that.
Make a move, Big Blue.
Buckle up.
They chose him. Let them die.
Hey! Quit messing around!
I'm not messing around. I'm doing important stuff.
What's up, Black Superhero?
Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
July 11th.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that scene in IMAX
Yeah.
got me. And of course, you'd imagine that a movie like that was going to be in IMAX anyway, but
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to go see it. I like literally like the IMAX part of it is like, oh, fuck, absolutely. Like now I have to go see it in IMAX.
I saw
The
Batman
action
IMAX.
looks like it's gonna be fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people are upset that fucking Superman has personality in this. It's like, oh, this is just Chris Pratt with a fucking S on his chest, huh? Did people not forget? This is probably the worst thing that came of the whole Henry Cavill Superman. People forgot that he's supposed to be a personable,
Yeah. It's kind of
humorous
awkward.
person.
Yeah, he's just a little awkward, but he's cute.
Yeah, Henry
He's-
Cavill made him so stoic and just intimidating, and that's not who generally Superman's supposed to be. He's supposed to be cheesy. He's supposed to be the complete opposite of what we expect from Batman.
So I will ask because I was a fan of how they did Batman, the different interpretation and stuff like that. How they didn't have him being like, the cooler type of Batman. He was more like emo in these first ones because he's early on. Was Superman early on like just as cheesy? Are we gonna be able to get like are they starting from scratch with this Superman pretty much, where it's like we pretty much see him like he might not be at his fullest form in terms of his personality and also like just his heroism.
That's what it seems like. It kind of seems like they're trying to line this up they're trying to line this up with Batman in terms of like where they are in their timeline. Like this is very obviously, clearly a very early Superman. You can see that because both his parents are still around. One, and he seems like he's pretty established already. Like Lex already knows who he is. He already has his Fortress of Solitude. Like he seems very much like we're not getting an origin of Superman in this for sure. Mm-hmm. Similar to how we got with Batman. He was already established as Batman. So I think they're. So I don't. The thing is, I'm not even sure if it's confirmed to be like in the same universe yet.
Yeah, they didn't call him Batman though. They called him Vengeance. You know, like he wasn't like.
Okay. Yeah.
He was more so just like an emo person. He didn't even know how to really fly that much. Like he crashed and failed. You know, when he was gliding and shit.
Yeah.
So it was like a very early on. But I was asking if you think that we'll get this too from Superman, from this like Superman and shit. But either way. This looks exciting, and I'm down to go see it. Who was that? Mm-hmm. Who was the dude at the end? Who was the dude? Who was he talking to?
The black dude?
Because I know that you said that there's other people, like Hawk Girl's in this, right? You said Hawk Girl's in this.
Hawk Girl be in this. Hawk Man might even be on this. Green Lantern, the guy who said make a move, blue. That's Guy Gardner, Green Lantern. Yeah. I did see a funny clip of him too when he used his power. It was like a giant middle finger coming out of the fucking ground. Yeah. And then the guy you're referring to is Mr. Terrific, who's supposed to be like the smartest human on the planet.
He's black.
Yep.
Oh,
always has been.
New representation. Nice. Cool. That's what's up. Crypto, that clip of him punching that dude in the. I know it was really quick, but it's cool how Crypto took his helmet off and then he punched him. Like that's cool. We get some tag team and dog action. That's what's up. I hope they don't kill that dog off in that movie, man.
I don't think so.
Can you even kill Crypto? Does Crypto ever die in the comics?
In the comics, he's actually Superwoman's dog. So I'm wondering if they're gonna include her in this somehow.
Probably at the end.
He's just like dog sitting or something.
Yeah. I've seen people talking about old versions of Superman and how how inclusive he was and how like he fought for like justice and stuff, and they kind of looped it in with like everything that's going on right now with like ICE and stuff like that, and people are like, yo, Superman was like pro-immigrant, because basically in his eyes he basically was one of those types of people. Yeah, he is an immigrant. So I've seen a lot of people saying I hope that the Superman also kind of has like progressive views and stuff like that, and they use him as an icon for for justice and things like that. That'd be cool, and it would be appropriate at times like this. I know it's not really helpful in times of such chaos and just things that's happening right now in LA and everywhere honestly, but I think that having good representation of that is like just a bigger point of just giving people some sort of hope or some sort of like boost for, it's like I said, it's a movie at the end of the day. So it's really not that deep, but I think that any type of representation helps, or any type of good messaging encoded in in this media that we consume helps. So I kind of agree. Hopefully, he's, there's something in here that kind of talks about times that we're in. I don't know if there's any sort of messaging here. Hopefully it's on the right side of history and it's not some like other types of bullshit.
Yeah.
But with that, I say prayers to LA, everybody protesting. Hopefully that we're not. If anybody's dealing with anything and using this podcast for fun and help and some laughter, hopefully we can do that for you in times of such stress and just issues happening with LA and, like I said, everywhere. And hopefully everybody's loved ones are okay and we get through this. But it's looking grim, man, and I'm sure everybody by now understands that like this presidency, it feels doomy and gloomy, and people are saying it's gonna be like this till like 2030 pretty much. We're gonna be feeling like it's like a weird air out here, it just feels very, very grim, and it's a lot of uncertainty for sure, but we've talked about that before, and like we've said before, love on yours and help how you can, You know, just spread love, spread peace in a world that's so crazy. That's all I really had for that. Y'all got an RIP and stuff. It's a lot of people die. RIP Sly Stone. I just heard about that. I didn't know that a connection that I have. I didn't know that was this girl's dad. You know, she posted a picture of him and her. Like, I was just like, damn, I didn't know that was your dad. But yeah, Sly Stone, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Ananda Lewis, former MTV VJ, Teen Summit host. Again, legend from the music video era. Always a beautiful woman, bright spirit. Diagnosed with cancer in like 2019, 2020. Fought very hard to win that battle, but time kind of just I had heard reports that it had gotten bad and like it was just a matter of time with her. But still very sad. Prayers up to her family. I did have a kind of more positive thing. I think I'm gonna get the Switch 2.
What did it?
Mario Kart World looks incredible.
It does.
It looks bananas.
I did want to talk about that actually, Mario Kart World, because that shit is not the Mario Kart that we knew growing up and loved, bro.
It's not.
This shit is like Mario
level,
Kart / fucking Subway Surfers / Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Yeah. Like, yo, I seen this one video. This one nigga he was like, oh, I want to see how far I can get in this map without touching the main road. He jumps onto the side, he's riding off the wall, gets onto a rail, jumps to the other side of the course, onto another rail, onto a wall, onto a boost, onto a mushroom, across the course, he gets like 75% through a fucking a lap, and then he hits the course again. And then he hits the main road. He's like, oh wow, I did it. Like, what the fuck is up with this? This game just came out a week ago.
Yeah. Yeah,
people been waiting for that. Man.
That shit like a PS5, but for Nintendo. Like they really put a lot into that fucking system. They
should have. I mean, it's taken so long, and it's not like they've really made any upgrades to the past system outside of giving it an OLED.
Yeah.
But this game looks incredible. I'm not sure what else the Switch has to offer. I'm pretty bummed that Dragon Drive was not available upon release.
Fuck that game.
But man, everything I've been seeing from this Mario Kart game looks fucking fantastic, bro. I don't think I'm going to be any good at it. I don't think I'm going to win any races online, but it looks like I'm going to have a lot of fucking fun coming in last and seventh.
It looks like one of those games that that is just the game that you play when you play the game. You know what I mean? Like it's like, like a 2K or a Madden, or a Smash or something like that. It's like, when I put the Switch on, all I need is Mario Kart.
I'm not crazy familiar with the open world map and how that goes, but I just love that option of, like you said, just hopping on there casually and just driving around without any purpose. It kind of reminds me of I talked about this maybe a few weeks ago, that what was that Simpsons game called? I don't know if it was Road Rage or the other one. Hit and Run. Where you could just do the Sunday drive mode. Are you sure it wasn't Road Rage?
No, Road Rage is Sunday drive.
Road Rage that's what I was talking about.
It's one that was kind of like Crazy Drive Taxi.
Mode. Yeah, where you could just kind of just ride around without any purpose. There's no timer you have to beat or anything. You're just picking up people, dropping them off, and just enjoying the game for what it is. And that's what I kind of love about this, or love about what I've seen at least.
On the freaky side of things, this almost made me get a Switch too. But why they make that cow so thick?
All right.
Here we go.
He's gonna find it. No matter.
Have y'all seen the cow?
I did see the cow. Yes.
Have you seen how that shit is sitting on the bike or the car?
I'm not. No.
Stop. Just for a second, like y'all.
This is nothing.
You just entertain it for a second.
No.
The way, bro.
Look at what you're asking us to do.
Bitch, I'm a cow. I'm not a cat.
That was the edit that I saw. That shit was sitting, bro. Yeah. I feel like you're just saying it. I feel like you're just saying it because you haven't seen it.
I did see the cow,
but you haven't seen the cow though. Like
I didn't see the cow's ass sitting behind the cart. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Well, I wouldn't even notice if I did.
Shut up. Yeah, you would, bro. I'm telling you, the way that it's shaped, you would notice.
Oh God, bro.
I promise. I'm not crazy. when you see it, you're gonna be like, I know what T talking about.
Even if I thought that, I would never give you the fucking satisfaction of knowing.
And I hate that about you. Like I hate that you can't just admit that I'm right, man. You can whisper in the side like, yeah, bro, you kind of right. Like I'm not gonna make it hot, you know.
You hot enough, nigga. That's kind of part of the problem. You need to cool off.
Whatever, man.
Horny ass nigga, man.
But yeah, Mario Kart 2 does look the Switch 2 does look cool.
Mario Kart World. Yeah,
I just want them to. I need more games. I need more incentive. I need like.
That's what I've only been seeing stuff from Mario Kart. Maybe that's just me not looking deep enough. But
I haven't
that's
seen
all they got.
Else.
All they got is that, and maybe the Donkey Kong
6,
game that's coming out eventually. But they ain't got nothing else.
But again, that's called.
I think they just announced Split Fiction. I think just got announced today.
I know Cyberpunk is on there, but I didn't see the.
Yep.
I know that Cyberpunk is on there, but I haven't seen the reviews for Cyberpunk yet, which kind of feels crazy.
Switch exclusive games. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, why would I get this if I got all this other shit? First of all, I was already not gonna get it because I got a Steam Deck. So I'm not getting another console for the foreseeable future. You know what I'm saying? Like I have no plans, no desire to get a Switch 2 for the longest. RIP to my Switch because I haven't even picked that shit up in a long time anyway, but yeah, I don't know. The Switch 2 doesn't. I'm not gonna get it yet. But if I'm at my people's house and they got the Mario Kart World, that would be cool.
I'm still very upset that there's no Animal Crossing. If there was Animal Crossing, I probably would already had the Switch 2.
Yeah,
it's coming, man.
I don't think so. They haven't even made any announcements. Like Animal Crossing is one of those games where you announce like a year in advance.
Yeah, that's true.
And New Horizons came out in 2020 or 2019?
It might have got re-released in like 2020, like repackaged in like 2020. But yeah, it came out around like late teens.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I think it's like 2019, I believe.
Either way.
But that was like, that was around that's probably the last game that they made for Animal Crossing. So it's been about 5-6 years. 2017. New Horizons?
Let's see.
Nah, 2017 is hell no.
Yeah, like 2019, 2020.
Oh, 2020. March 2020.
Yeah. Because I was like, pandemic hit, Animal Crossing hit, the streets, like everything
and it was announced in 2018.
Yeah.
So we not seeing another Animal Crossing game for a minute.
Yeah. Unless they're trying to do some assassin attack and just trying to like, you know, just drop it on them. You know what I mean?
Nintendo don't do that.
Yeah. Did y'all watch the Game Fest, like the summer Game Fest or anything like that?
I followed it, but I didn't like.
Saw the Invincible trailer. That looked pretty cool, but I have low expectations for it. Honestly, like the trailer looks great, but you have 5 niggas that are all the same species that all have the same powers. I got Dragon Ball fucking Sparking Zero already. If I wanted to fight with 20 different versions of the same nigga, I could play Goku.
Yeah. It's very hard to make that type of like a new fighting game of that same type of caliber and really make it interesting. Because why did we need an Invincible fighting game?
We don't.
That's my question.
Invincible specifically, no. Like if you, it's more like it would be better like if let's talk about this new Marvel fighting game that they got coming out, right?
Yeah, Marvel.
That game looks great.
No Capcom.
It looks exactly. It looks very much of the ilk of Marvel vs. Capcom without the Capcom. This is like one of those games where you introduce a character like Invincible and all of it as like an add-on type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because Invincible does have tie-ins to the Marvel universe. At least it's been in comics with fucking Spider-Man before, so it exists in that realm at least where it would make sense to include it in a game outside of trying to just chase some money under its own IP with its own game, which is destined honestly not to do well. These fighting games don't often do very well to begin with. You look at a game like Jump Force, that game had all the IP in the world for any anime fan to go just running over there, but it was a failure of a game.
Failed. Crazy. And they did have a lot of characters. Yu-Gi-Oh was in that shit. You get to fight as Yu-Gi-Oh. When else are you gonna fight as Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah.
Failed. Crazy. But I am saying that Marvel's definitely getting their money back from like, you know, lost funds from not being in theaters and shit like that from between Marvel Rivals and, you know, now this new fighting game that they hope does well. We'll see.
Yeah, I think it will. I think, especially if it. I don't think it's going to be free. You think it'll be free?
Nah, I don't think so. It might be like cheap, but it won't be free.
I think the fact that Marvel Rivals is free will give people incentive to go pay money for this fighting game. Yeah. Especially if they include the Marvel. Like if they put Squirrel Girl in that bitch, bro, niggas is over. The same way you went in for
Marvel
the cow.
Rivals in that. Put the Marvel Rivals roster in
fucking
that
Jeff
shit.
the Shark. Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, it might take off for sure. And like I said, it's just Marvel versus Capcom without Capcom. And I guess they're probably like, yo, Capcom just keep putting out Street Fighter games. They're doing fine. Why can't we do this too? Just Marvel, like Marvel fighting games. And this isn't the first time they did that. They used to do this back in the day with like handheld games. They had Marvel fighting games back in the day, like X-Men games.
They got mobile. They got Marvel mobile fighting games with Clash of Champions, and I think there's another one.
Yeah. So it's time for them. I want to give a shout out to my artist again, Flying Lotus. He's doing the music for this puppet game. Might be probably the first puppet like type of game, the most official puppet game that I've ever seen in my life. I won't forget it because I don't know what it's gonna be on. It might be like a VR game or something, but they got real ass puppets boxing. Shit's crazy. It's like a punch out looking game. Yeah,
creators of Robot Chicken are behind it. Seth Green and them.
Yeah, that shit looks absolutely crazy. But he's doing the music for it, so that's hard. At the very least, I'll probably listen to the music. So that is cool. I'm almost done with Claire Obscure. They're gonna drop a movie for that shit. They already have a movie adaptation in the works. That I'm calling it right now. That is gonna be game of the year. Probably, unless something comes out and like just takes the reins and just takes it by storm. That is gonna be. It's at least getting nominated. But that game is gonna be game of the year for sure.
Yeah,
Claire Obscure Expedition 33. That shit is hard, and the story is crazy. Like I ain't seen something like this in a while, and I'm glad that they already working on a movie for it because absolutely amazing. I'm good. I ain't got nothing else.
Yeah, that's right.
I haven't finished the rehearsal yet, but
You started?
No, I started it. I just haven't finished it yet. But yeah, we talked about it.
I've been watching everything related to this Titanic submarine docs. There was one on HBO. There was one on Netflix. Bro, I'm into that stuff, bro. I like that stuff.
What the fuck is that? I swear to God, I have not spoken about it. I have not tweeted or commented about it. I've been watching that Ocean Gate shit too. That nigga was crazy.
Interesting as fuck. He was nuts, dog.
Yeah, he was tripping. He just it wasn't even like it was unregulated. It was just unrealistic. And everyone was like, basically, we didn't know about it, but the niggas who know about that shit was like, nigga, do not do that shit.
yo, cut it out.
He was like, who wants to stop me?
You're gonna get people killed.
When they were playing the footage from the first voyage they went down there, when they were using the carbon fiber and that shit was they kept playing the audio for whenever it would click.
Yeah, and
that was it creaking and breaking.
She was just breaking under the pressure.
Oh my god. And there was the one where the nigga had to like save his ass. Like, yo, he drove him basically into a debris field, and one of the other workers like had to guide him out of there, and then he fired the dude.
Yeah, nah, that motherfucker was wild. He was like,
"He saved your life.
We definitely gonna be the next Titanic."
You don't feel like that shit was like a setup? You don't feel like that shit was like,
No, it was just an ambitious white man.
He's just a lunatic, bro.
It was just an ambitious white man with too much money and too much time. He was trying to be Elon. That's it. He was just trying to be Elon.
Who has clarified that he basically said that when shit goes bad, we're the ones with the money and the rockets and shit like that and access to space, and they don't. So he basically said he leaving all y'all broke asses here.
Well, shit about to go bad. In like last few hours, everyone decided
it's real bad, bro.
Everyone decided it was time. So, all right.
What if one day we get an article? Yeah, Elon's gone, y'all. He went up, and he's not coming back. Like,
it's coming. He's gonna have been gone for months by the time we find out.
Everybody's gonna be in a panic. Yeah. Oh, what does he know? What's going on? What's gonna happen?
Why did he leave? Why did he just leave? He has so much money. Can we where's his money gonna go?
That shit gonna be so weird because that's gonna happen and then the price of eggs are gonna go up. Like, where's the correlation?
Real shit. If Elon just left, honestly, if Elon just left, then the world would explode on its own. Like, it would just like decide, all right, well, he knows something. So something.
Just imagine. He's like, yo, I'm giving all my money away. Y'all can have it. I'm out. And then just leaves.
Yeah, and he just leaves. Absolutely.
It's
He
like,
just
why are
sends a
you giving
message.
us all this money
Yeah.
all of a sudden? You know? Yeah, that's. Anyway, sorry that got dark.
Yeah, dude.
Songs. Let's go. Let's get it.
I got
Do
one.
our sad
Mine's
songs.
already
Fuck
up.
it. Nah,
This song might be. This song's actually shit. Song I'm playing today by an artist named JayDon. You might know him from the Lion King movies back. I think the first one, the first remake that they did or whatever. He was
Oh,
a
the first
kid, but-
remake. I'm about to say, I don't know the nigga named
Yeah, the first
JayDon
live action one
from 1994.
Yeah. But he's grown up now. He's making music. This is Lullaby by JayDon.
I confess just like I'm preaching, delve into you like the weekend, only giving you the best of my heart. You say the space is always needed, but they ain't been in places we've been. Promise you I'm gonna hold up my part. Through thick and thin, time and again, you raise the bar, what it means to be a woman. Lover and friend, I'm confident. You're my beginning, my middle, my end. Yeah, I'll give you good direction under my protection. We've been through the lessons, I'll be damned if they wanna test it. It's straight now that we up, but we held each other down. Wanna wake up to you in the morning for the rest of my life. And I sleep at night, 'cause you're by my side. You're my lullaby. I close my eyes to your lullaby. Yeah. I keep you warm and fuzzy inside like a sweater. My chest is your pillow. Might need to write you a letter. Make you feel just like all the love songs on the radio. That's my baby, yeah, there she go. Your melody is my favorite sound. You've been around through thick and thin, time and again. You raise the bar of what it means to be a woman. Lover and friends, I'm confident. You're my beginning, my middle, my end. I'll give you good direction under my protection. We've been through the lessons, I'll be damned if they wanna test it. Straight now that we up, but we held each other down. Wanna wake up to you in the morning for the rest of my life. I sleep at night, 'cause you're by my side. You're my lullaby. I close my eyes to your lullaby. Yeah. She my jetpack, home run, untapped, 101. I love to watch her ass like that, but only 'cause I got.
That was JayDon, Lullaby. And I said he was grown. This nigga's only 17.
Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of these young dudes is going crazy. I don't know if y'all know K1 or something like that. KWN.
Now, I know Dom Inarella, though. My nigga Dom.
Anyway.
No idea who that is. So I'm playing something from the new Mozzy album. Intrusive Thoughts dropped sometime in April. Shout out to Mozzy. Big West Coast energy. Shout out to Kendrick doing the Toronto show tonight. Looks
That's going
pretty crazy over there. Anyway,
the inclusive shit.
Yeah.
Yo, I hope he drops the deluxe or some sort of single tonight,
man.
bro. I hope. You think you getting anything from that?
Nah.
Anything
Well,
tonight? Or
they showed they showed that both Toronto shows were sold out. So people are retweeting Hit His Turf double back like a deluxe. No, Hit His Turf, get it cracking, double back like a deluxe. And it's just like, God damn. Did he see it coming? Anyway,
let's go.
yeah, so I'm playing Mozzy album song from Intrusive Thoughts. The song was called Reputation Everything.
You crazy, Jay, baby.
Don't let them dress it up like we the prey. Everything. Paul Bear Kings are only meant to carry king. I like my reputation, everything.
Let the beat right out, Joe.
Feeling like my reputation, everything. When Paul bearing kings are only meant to carry kings. If ever needed, I'ma ring away. We lead a Jackson baby crib, cause they gon' leave a trace. The Katy thing be in a reach away. Lil Thirsty's trying to eat his face. Ace of spade if you beat the case. It's looking Gucci, we been keeping faith. Just making sure my people straight. Don't let them dress it up like we the prey. Type of game these kind of people play. Ayy, last body drop just put us up a couple scores. Sacrifice your thumb for us if you love the four. Skin love me, but I love him more. They only rank me over you cause I done smothered more. Of course, I told them dish me out my portion for the bless the hood. And ain't a soul could keep me from it on the set, I'm good. I'm extra good like you ain't hear me when I said I'm good. Minimize the chopper, cut off all this extra wood. Ain't got no rank around this bitch to use the easy lit. You feel like me and you the same, I dare you reach for this. I got some real ones, that's the six for this. I made a vow to them to keep it lit. Feeling like my reputation, everything. When Paul bearing kings are only meant to carry kings. If ever needed, I'ma ring away. We lead a Jackson baby crib, cause they gon' leave a trace. The Katy thing be in a reach away. Lil Thirsty's trying to eat his face. Ace of spade if you beat the case. It's looking Gucci, we been keeping faith. Just making sure my people straight. Don't let them dress it up like we the prey. Type of game these kind of people
what
play.
Niggas know about them 2 days. A few days when we was active, you don't move the same. We moving things and baby boomerangs. Repack the shots on human bodies, fuck a shooting range. You put a K after the name, but what you do the game. We finna slide, let's get it poppin'. If you ain't got your own and tryna score, then why you hop in? How you pull up on the sucker side and only drop 10? In this low, we pulling up and tryna drop him and his homies. You from the gang and ain't no payments if you see him smoking. Better not call nobody phone before you get up on him. Ain't gotta ask about my rep if niggas know they know me. If you a shotter and ain't playing
feeling
like
you
you
my
say, to show
reputation,
me.
everything. When Paul bearing kings are only meant to carry kings. If ever needed, I'ma ring away. We lead a Jackson baby crib, cause they gon' leave a trace. The Katy thing be in a reach away. Lil Thirsty's trying to eat his face. Ace of spade if you beat the case. It's looking Gucci.
Yeah, that was Mozzy featuring Celly with Reputation Everything off the Intrusive Thoughts album.
Fire, man. I got a song by an artist named Brijean, I think how you pronounce it.
Show me, man, because you be getting them shits wrong all the time.
It's in the playlist, bro.
Right.
It's, Brijean. I'm pretty sure it's Brijean.
I should probably just bridge.
Fuck you, man.
No,
Brijean.
It might be Brijean, but okay.
Brijean, maybe. I think that she is kind of French or something. This is Counting Sheep by Brijean.
1, 2, buckle my shoe.
Sometimes I find it hard to sleep. My mind is on repeat. Like something is gone, lost and alone. I want you here with me.
Brijean, Counting Sheep. Yeah, fire song. Definitely hits me in my feels a little bit. RIP to all the friends I've lost. All right, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Next week is Patreon only. So catch us there next week to, if y'all thought we was airing it out on this podcast, next week is going to be a doozy. So make sure y'all get on there, patreon.com/because we are podcast, because we got some shit we going to do. We got some shit we going to say. I got some shit that I want to show y'all from like high school that I know y'all just gonna, y'all gonna bring that shit up every week until I die probably.
I'm looking forward to it.
So I'm ready. I'm in that era where I'm fine with being made fun of. I'm ready for just the public shame. So it's all good.
Yeah.
At least for
the Patronis.
Yeah, for the Patronis and just for my friends. So shout out to us. Call That Meat Out Hard is here. You know what I'm saying? Godbolt _ No Sad Playlist. Godbolt is here. I am Tren Dollars, and we'll catch y'all next week on Patreon. Be safe. Be happy. Happy Pride. Yeah, be gay. Be safe, be happy, be gay. All that shit, man. Shout out to y'all. Peace out.